Okay, here we are. Hello. Oh no, wait, I've got I've got monitoring up. Okay. Hello. Hi friends. Hello everyone. How are you doing? How are you doing? Um Look at this. We are here now. I've got the little chat here, the multi-chat. I've got let me just put everything where it's supposed to go. Including the multi-chat. I'd like to have it up here, and maybe, yeah, OBS can go down there. Okay, yeah, I'll do it this way, I think. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, here we are. Hello friends, hello. So we've started the broadcast. Is the stream title alright? Is it okay? Yeah, everything seems to be good. Is it stable? Is it dying? Are we okay? Twitch was telling me that my bitrate was too high. Deal with it, Twitch. Well, maybe I'll lower it a little. But on YouTube we should be fine. I don't see any dropped frames and such. So we should be all right. Twitch always out here complaining. Yeah, I know. It's saying unstable. Average stream bitrate too high. I see it perfectly stable, honestly. So did I ask where's the intro music from? Oh, it was composed, my friend. It was composed directly from, well, was composed by someone we have in our Discord server, actually, and he made it just for me. It's Yuri. You've seen him comment things here and there. I loved his music for the little Metroidvania that I did some time ago, and so I think it was Christmas of the first year of the podcast. I was like, you know what? I don't mind the original intro music, but I feel like I want something a little bit more mine. So I've asked Yuri to just make one for me. Of course, I paid him. He was very kind. He offered me a nice PAL discount, but I always believe in paying creative. So yeah, he's probably not here right now listening to this, but he did an amazing job. I think the theme of the podcast really reflects the kind of mood that I want for the whole show. So Yuri, yes, exactly, just him. Ashen, yeah, I've got Ashen on Twitch at the same time, Panda. So sometimes I might look like I'm talking to myself, but I'm actually not. Does that to me too often, but it works. Who cares? Yeah, there you go. So, right. I am the voices, Ashen says. I am the voices. All right, friends. Well, I made a few changes to my little OBS setup. You will not notice a few changes. Now, of course, we won't be using the gaming view, but next time we will be, I could be chatting here too. Yeah, you could be chatting there as well. Yeah, fair enough. And since, well, you know what, I don't really need the YouTube chat if I have you over there. The voices aren't real. Why are you on YouTube now? Why are you over there trying to make me go insane? So let me just do a little bit of an adjustment so Twitch doesn't complain. I'll do a 5,000 bitrate. The Twitch stream might drop just for a split second. Okay, we're back. They can do both. It's funny. Yeah, well, I see them all in the same spot anyway. So who's this panda dude anyway? Someone who developed, actually, and that's a nice segue into what I'm about to do. There's actually a little surprise at the beginning of this stream. Panda sent me the demo for Star Jumper, and he wanted me to try it. Now, because I am very time poor these days, and I'm working on a lot of things at the same time, I thought, okay, let's just do it on stream. So I'm going to just install the demo right away. So after all, we're going to do the gaming view. But I'm going to install the demo right away. Apparently there is a password, which I'm not going to say. But we're going to try Star Jumper right now. So, great. Yeah, looks like we are. So it's just in the browser, right? I don't have to download it. Yeah, it doesn't look like I have to. Great. Even better. So let me just move to the gaming scene and just watch what happens. Here we are. Here we go. I'm in this little dot now. Very cute. I like it. I like it a lot. I made this little... I played around this weekend. I played around with the animations and such. I installed a little plugin. It's called Move. That's it. It's a Move transition plugin for OBS. It's very cool. You can do very complex stuff if you spend some time with it. And there's this lovely streamer. His name is Nutty. Super funny. And he has a full series of tutorials on how to use the Move OBS plugin, so I had a lot of fun. Fingers crossed it runs fine. Yeah, well, if it doesn't, it's probably my fault because Some games that I played for the GMTK Jam, they didn't run very well because I had auto acceleration on or off, something like that. Anyway, let's get started. Let's see how it goes. Oh, that's cute. It goes to full screen automatically. How did you do that, by the way? How did you... Oh my god. Volume. I'm going to say... the music. I feel like I've heard this, by the way. Definitely some royalty-free music. I might have heard it while I was researching music for my game. It's a nice loop. Kenny's audio, yeah, that's where I heard it. The urge to code is a strong one, but uninstall everything aged back. Oh no. Okay, let's press any key. Oh, that's cute. Look at that. You did a little 3D map. Okay. Let's do it. Yeah, so it's not super smooth. I think it's my fault. So let me just no. I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to go into the settings. Oh wait, was it like this? No, it wasn't like this. Oh, Chrome. Settings. We being silly. Oh, hi, Evan. Now getting both identities these days. That's great. Oh boy. Hi, Quipscore. How you doing? He's doing it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. But first, I'm trying to start Jumper demo from Panda. He published a new one, which is very locked up. So, where is the system here? Maybe. Oh yeah, use graphics acceleration where available. Launch. Okay. I remember the power I have. Yeah, Evan. Yes, the power. Okay. Feel like this is gonna be better now. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's much more fluid. That was me. Don't worry, Panda. That was me. Okay. Oh yeah, so that's so cute. I'm going to say the main menu's music doesn't exactly match the vibe of Star Jumper, which is so cutesy and such. It made me think like I was going to get into something super mysterious. So maybe it's by design. Maybe you wanted to just trick people into believing, oh, this is gonna be a super hard and mysterious game, but actually, here's a cute alien just jumping around. Oh, I love it. Look at those little guys. Look at that little face in the background. I love it. Oh, that's amazing. Let's go. Oh, they're so peaceful when they die. Look at that. Their eyes closed. They're just resigned to their fate. Okay. Is this loop also from Kenny, or is it royalty free, or did you do it yourself? This music loop, I mean. Oh, oops. For looking at the chat. The enemies be like... Okay. I have perished. Yeah. Almost every asset is Kenny. Okay. Right. Okay. Okay, jump, get the star, and so you get the double jump, alright? I think it's fairly clear. Oh, the double jump is like a little fart. Look at that. Poof. I love that it does a little flip. And obviously it does it only if you're moving. Not always. Remember, if you're stuck, my 4 years old got through the demo. Okay, well, fair enough. Okay. Let's see. The music is super catchy. I love it. The mood is perfect, like with this music, I think. Okay. Okay. Hello? Okay, I thought there was going to be something over here. Oh, what's that? Okay, nothing. Oh, they respawn as soon as you go off screen. That's cool. Be careful. Wolf is a reformed journalist. He might struggle with platformers a little. Love that reference. Yep, getting flashbacks of Cuphead and Polygon. It's so cute. I love it. There's just 3 levels in this demo. Let's do them. I guess I need to do like a Star Jumper speed run as well. Oh, okay. You don't have the. You don't keep the double jump. You have to. Ow! Look at that. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. But you can't jump on. Oh no, you can. You can. Okay. Was that heart supposed to be hidden behind here? Yeah, I think so. Like these are bushes. I mean, that was probably hidden too. Oh, look, there's something there. Ow. Nice trap. I like it. This is very much the From Software spirit. Okay. I have to find the star to get the double jump again. Oh, I can climb. That's cute. Very much slower climbing. Which obviously by design. Maybe it could be a tad faster. Like maybe half the speed of the sliding down animation. Okay. I need to get the coin. No chance I'm leaving it behind. Oh no! Okay, I can get it. Obviously I'm missing everything that's on the ground, but I'm gonna get there. Oh, look at this. Ooh. Oh, wait. Ah, no, I can do that. But I can do it now. Got the little star. No! Okay. We'll do it again. The Dark Souls of platformers, yeah. Obviously, I'm stuck now. I should have gotten the star there. Go back here. Okay. Whoops. Okay. Okay, let's avoid the little mouse. Okay. Nice try. Nice try. Okay, and can I do like a little double jump here? Yes. Okay, interesting. So jumping on enemies doesn't reset the double jump. Okay. I was going Hollow Knight there. Okay. I haven't found the secret stars. I don't know if you've still... Oh! Or the gems, actually. I don't know if you've already implemented them in here. Or maybe they are in the 3rd level. Money! I especially made the levels like you have to look forward and don't haste through the level, so my son learns to be less flippy. Oh, I removed the gems. Oh, okay. I like the gem idea as like an extra collectible to get a different finish. The thing is like, what's the reward for a different finish? Maybe you get an extra life or something else. Maybe you get 50 coins rather than an extra life. Oh yeah, but you don't store coins in between levels, do you? It's not like Crash Bandicoot with the Wumpa fruits. Wumpa? No. The game would be too Metroid-like. Oh, I didn't like the idea after all. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Okay, so you want a very chill platformer. That's the kind of experience they were going for. That makes sense. Okay, look at this. Look at this little corner here. Might want to fill the... Well, maybe you might need like... Well, in that case, you will have to manually extend the asset. You may want something that allows you to just fill through this. Or maybe you don't use a corner for the platform. You make it end just like as a flat thing. Or flip the top one. Yeah, you could also flip the top one. Yeah, I see. Yeah. Here we go. That little mouse falling is because you kill all enemies upon finishing the level, right? Oh, what's the sound? Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I like this. Oh, thank you for the star this early on. I like these levels. This reminds me of like a very old school... Oh, I'll show you actually. I don't have it here, but... Oh! Okay. I'm gonna have to skip some coins here. This is obviously someone doing zzz. Also, the sound doesn't loop. Okay. Hello. Zzz. This reminds me of very old school platformers like with PS1, the ones that I used to play. And there's one especially, which is the one about... Ooh, yeah. One about Mickey. Mickey's Wild Adventure or something. I'm going to show you. I'm going to find a video. Op, 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 op. Here we are. I like this level. It's really nice. Oh no, I'm drowning. Help! Okay. I like this level. It's really nice. It introduces an interesting challenge here. Really cool. Correct, sir. Oh, yeah. Wait, was the reference like Mickey's Wild Adventure? It might have been if you love that game as much as I do. Okay, let's go further up. I also like tower levels where you have to just race against maybe a raising platform, not platform, raising levels of lava or something like that. Kind of like the one in VVVVVV. And obviously Ori and the Blind Forest as well. There's a lot of those sections. Go. Okay, no. Oh, all right. It was easier than I thought. Yeah, those are fun. Every game needs one of those. Yeah. I don't suppose you can reach this from up there, but it could be an interesting, you know, other alternative way to reach the end of the level. It's so cute. I love him. Thanks for playing the demo. You're welcome, my man. Yeah, lovely, lovely. I hope it was helpful to see it live. I don't know if I made any stupid mistakes or something. And I hope the little bits of feedback that I put here and there were nice. But I really liked the third level. That was definitely my favorite. Obviously, I mean, you don't want to start with something like that. But it really added an interesting challenge to the whole double jump element. Maybe what you could do on the third level, or maybe it's a plan that you have for the next levels. Maybe what you could do is have a level like that, but where you don't start with the star right away or that early on, just so the player has a bit more of a challenge to get to the star, and then they have the double jump, and then there's other sorts of challenges involved. But first they have to work with what they have essentially before getting the little upgrade. The 4 to 6 level of springs to expand the jumping. Great, lovely, very cute, very cute. But yeah, as for anyone who doesn't know the reference that I was talking about, Mickey's Wild Adventure, which is also called Mickey Mania. I am thinking specifically about the Beanstalk level over here, at the end of the Beanstalk level. This one here. Thinking about the little fly, not the flies, the little whatever they are. Yeah, firefly, not fireflies. I can't think of the name in English. Libellula. Dragonfly. Yeah, okay, I was close. The dragonflies. I was thinking about the dragonflies, like jumping on the flies to try and stay above the water. Think of the dragonflies, which were so creepy back then. It's not just that though. There's other parts of this game that have like raising water. Oh yeah, no, the lonesome ghosts definitely. This part in the house. Yeah, this one here, where you're in the barrel. You're in the barrel. You just roll around, and there's the water rising, and then you have to just try and stay afloat. And then after a while, the barrel sinks. So maybe not here. Yeah, no, this was already there. After a while, the barrel sinks and you have to jump on the next one. But it could be dangerous because there's ghosts. And these ghosts are a pain in the ass. So see, there's another barrel there, but this one is already starting to sink. You can see the little bubbles. So you have to jump on the next one and then go. But you have to be very quick and doing that. Very, very cool. Libellula, of course. I will also add icy levels, mountain levels with hidden walls, and of course a castle level with lava. Ah, yes, Libellula, of course. And a lot of cool, very challenging new enemies. Yeah, I can't wait for all of that. That sounds really, really cool. I can't wait to see what it ends up being. And then there's this huge pain in the butt, which is the Prince and the Pauper 1990 level, which is you can only play if you play on hard difficulty, I think. Otherwise, the game stops at the band concert. Well, not even the band concert. On this, the Beanstalk level. Why the band concert? I don't think it's the band concert. Yeah, no, this is supposed to be the band concert. It's the Beanstalk level. With the giant that chases you. And this is where the game ends if you don't play it on hard. And if you play it on hard, you can also play the Prince and the Pauper. But this is the hardest level in the whole game. It's so difficult. I was only able to finish it with with save states. Also think of these very old platformers were originally arcade games which tried their best to pull the money out of your pockets. That's mostly why traditional games are hard as fuck. Yeah. No, absolutely. I don't know, was there an arcade version of this Mickey game? It might have been, to be fair. But yeah. Okay. Well, right, so I guess it's time. We have to, oh, that's my Twitch dashboard. We have to get started with Unreal Engine, I'm afraid. Now, I've downloaded Unreal Engine. I've got it in the Epic Games launcher. Hopefully there is no update that I have to install. Otherwise, I'm going to stay here a while. I haven't even opened it. Just there. There's the library. Here we go. Launch. Joke generating the search history. What the fuck? Oh, yeah. Don't worry about that. Which one did you get, by the way? What version? Oh, the latest, 5.6.1. I know nothing about Unreal Engine. Yeah, Joke Generator was testing something, but obviously they were terrible, so I didn't use any of those. I was using I needed to use it for something else, which I'm going to tell you guys maybe this weekend. We'll see. This is gonna be Unreal. Yep. So I had some Unreal Engine tutorials. Now I don't remember where they are. There's a kitty just behind me. Look at her. Just there. Let's see. So Unreal Engine. There were some, like, I haven't looked for tutorials besides stuff that, you know, Unreal Engine provides for you. But I don't know where I saw those early tutorials. I had them, then I lost them. They might be in my history. Let me just check my history very quickly. So if we go in here, Unreal Engine. Yeah, learning. There we go. Your first hour in Unreal Engine 5.2, your first game in Unreal Engine 5, and then there's begin play and learning. And those were the pages that I saw. So there's also another thing, which is See, I made the joke without the generator. Yeah, it wasn't about Unreal Engine. The one that I was looking for. It was about Reddit. I want to add some more stuff to the clicker first. Oh, yeah, the clicker that you're working on. Yeah. Interesting. Did you know, Panda, that Quipscore is working on a little clicker game, which is not exactly a clicker game. It's more like a colony builder that's also a clicker. But yeah, cool stuff. So, I've got another scene here on OBS, which is this one. So the screen is a little bigger, and you can see me without the background, so there's more space on the screen for whatever I'm doing. I don't know if we need to have it this big though for this stream, so I'm gonna make it a little smaller, just like that. Not excessively smaller, something like that. So I've got most of the window in, and I'll make sure that I capture everything that I can. So I'll stay here in the meantime. Learning game dev, please be kind. Yeah, you know it's been there for ages, right? every time I stream the break, I've got it there. Learning game dev, please be kind. It's me begging to be kind. Right. So first hour in Unreal Engine 5.2. Great. So what you'll learn how to create new projects using project templates. Add custom or pre-made temp assets to existing projects which can be accessed in the content browser. I put that onto my desktop background of work. Working admin, please be kind. Yeah, do that. That it might be useful. I'm sure it won't stop people from being assholes anyway. But I'm not at that level. I mean, I don't have that many viewers yet. Maybe to have to worry about that. So for now, I'm attracting a lot of wholesome people. And I might ban everyone who's excessively rude anyway, because has no space on this stream. So add customer pre-made assets to existing project can be accessed. Okay, all right, whatever. Actors to levels, control environmental lighting, and blueprint actors with a blueprint editor. Okay, so how does it work? This is the course. Running time. You learn. All right, yeah. Oh, here. Introduction to your first hour in Unreal Engine 5.2. We all know here that this is going to be more than an hour, but we'll see.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Matthew Wadstein, and welcome to your first hour with Unreal Engine 5.2.
Okay.
We're going to take a high-level look at Unreal Engine today.
Good.
Introduce you to the basics of how it works.
What I'll do is maybe I'll put this one on the right so that it's a little bit more hidden for you guys. Oh, it's the first time in Unreal. Here are about 30 keywords you've never heard before. Fair enough. Let me just, yeah, okay. So I've got the screen split like this, but actually I think I will keep the video even smaller here on the right. You can't see it. Do you want to see it? I mean, QuivScore, for you it might be useful because you want to do it. You want to do the game with me too. So let's just do that. I'll put it over here so you can still see the video. It's gonna be very small, mind. Oh, there's also the chat there. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to just I'm going to remove the chat here. Give us the whole experience. Yes, I will give you the whole experience. I will. Well, rather than removing the chat, maybe chat is covering it. Yeah. Pog. Rather than removing the chat, maybe what I can do is just move the chat over. Okay, it won't move. It does not want to move. Oh yeah, because this is locked. Sorry, my bad. My bad. And I should also make it smaller, like over here. Can you still read the chat if I put it there? You probably can. And also probably can't. But it might be too small. Which is also what she said, by the way. But if I put it there, it should be alright. Yeah? Right above my head while I look at the screen like this. Got QuivScore here saying POG. We'll see. We'll see if it becomes a problem. If it becomes a problem entirely, I'll just remove the chat. It's not a problem. Well, it's going to be a problem, so I won't make it a problem. Anyway, enjoy the first hour. Okay, let's
create a small project to experiment with that we will use as the beginning of our...
My 2K32 inch screen, everything is readable. I won't comment because quality is lower right now. Can't read much anyway. Oh, okay. You got to the you got that 7 megabits per second connection, QuivScore. Rocking the fastest connection in all of Poland.
After you've
I honestly don't know how fast the internet is in Poland.
You're gonna come to...
Okay, so let's pay attention.
Look at Unreal Engine today.
Okay.
Introduce you to the basics of how it works and create a small project to experiment with.
Make the desktop audio higher.
Beginning of our journey. After you've installed the launcher and logged...
Okay, man. I will also make the desktop audio... Why is it locked? Poland internet connects you. Hold on. Oh, isn't that the old Russia jokes? I think it is. Desktop audio, like what is the problem with desktop audio? It'll be alright. Advanced audio properties. Yeah. Okay, it's somewhat locked, but let's do like -20 something. Have to do a -20 here. Okay. I don't know if that went up at all. I would hope it did. I mean, maybe. Oops. Stuck there. Here we go. It is. Yeah. Oh no, tell me it's not because I said I don't know if it went up. I was looking at the volume, not anything else.
You're going to come to this page. If you don't come to this page, on the left-hand side, we have options for Store, Library, and Unreal Engine.
I
Go
feel
ahead
like
and
this is
click
very
on
basic
Unreal
stuff.
Engine to load up the Unreal Engine section. Now, looking along the top, we have a few options. News is going to give us all the news that's current and up to date for Unreal Engine.
Okay.
Next to this, we have the sample section.
I really do
sample
not care,
section
man.
is going to be a bunch of pre-made samples
Okay, let's
that
do it
help
this
us
way.
explore the engine, as well as showcase new content as it comes out. Next to this is our marketplace. Our marketplace is where we can go in order to purchase or receive free items from Epic as well as other content creators.
Okay.
Next to this is library,
Okay.
and this is where you'll do the majority of the managing
I
for
feel
the
like I don't
engine
need this,
versions
but all
and
right.
your projects, as well as downloaded content from the marketplace. Since we're just starting out, we need to go ahead and install Unreal Engine so we can start using it. Here
Which
we
I've
can
already
see
done.
under engine versions, I already have 2 of them installed.
Okay, my dude.
4.27 and 5.
By the way, can you hear the video fine? Because it says to me that you can hear desktop audio, but with OBS, you never know.
0.0. You can have as many
Audio product placement spotted.
engine versions installed as you would like that you have space for. They all exist side by side. For example, you might have projects using an older version and newer versions all at the same time. To add a new version, click the plus button next to engine versions.
I've done all of this,
Unreal
mate.
Engine, and
I
you
feel
can see
like
target platform. We have
Okay,
my
fine.
projects below.
Yes.
Going back to our market
Okay.
account from the market, we have
Alright.
our. We can even see other for custom versions that I've installed. Below this, we have our vault. These are all the items that we've added to our account from the marketplace, and where
Right,
you can
cool.
create projects or add content to existing projects. Going back to our marketplace, this is where we can find free and paid content. In the free section, let's click on UE Online Learning.
I feel like I know how to
This is
navigate
the
a
content
store,
you can
mate.
go ahead and look for the Online Learning Kit. If you can't find it, we can search for Online Learning Kit, and you can find it that way.
Okay.
Go ahead and click on it, and you can see all the information available to you for this Online Learning Kit. We can see
Okay, I'm gonna have to get the online learning kit. Finally, first thing useful in 3 minutes. Let's see. So it was in yeah, well, look at me not going through the. Okay, so was in library. Yeah, you know what? Actually, oh yeah, here, store. No, not that store. More downloading, Pog. Yeah, I know. Wait, where did he go
find
for
it
that?
that way.
Market. Why don't I have marketplace? Yeah, I knew it. I don't have marketplace. Watching as Godot dev how others have to carefully choose the engine version. Absolutely pathetic. Just upgrade Godot latest greatest right away without any issues. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, no, with with Unity is the same, isn't it? Is it in samples? Why don't I have the marketplace tab? No, that's my games library. Okay. Time to Google on Epic Games Store, no marketplace tab for Unreal. Recently created you're coming up your camping account. What? This is another if you're looking for help. Okay. You're replaced by the Fab tab, which takes you to the Fab website in your browser. Oh, this one. Okay. Within major versions, should be fine for most stuff anyway. Yeah. Okay, so what did it say it's called? The Online Learning Kit. Okay. Got it. Go there. The Fab. The Fab. FAB. Online Learning Kit. That's the one. Oh, nice. It's got 2 stars out of 5. That's a great start. Sometimes I have a FAP tab open in my browser too. Yeah, I don't have a FAP tab open in my browser.
Click on it, and you can see all the information available to you for this online learning kit.
Yay.
We can see things such as what type of download it is, a complete project or an asset pack, any supported engine version.
Also, there's
and
this
any supported
record in the back.
platforms. Go ahead and click on free in order to add this to your account. After it's been added to the account, it'll give you the ability to either create a new project or add it to an existing one. Since this is a complete project, go ahead and click Create Project. Go ahead and pick the folder where you want this to install and hit Create.
Give me a
Here we
second,
can see
mate. Give
back
me a
in my
second. I just
library,
go
my
to
download
everything.
section.
Okay.
Been added to the account, it'll give you the ability to either any supported engine versions and any supported platforms.
Okay.
Go ahead and click on free in order to
There
add
is no
this to
free,
your
but
account.
okay, I'll do add to
After
my
it's been
library.
added to the account, it'll give the ability to either create a new project or add it to an existing one. Since this is a complete project, go ahead and click Create Project. Go
Okay.
ahead and pick the folder where you want this to install and hit Create. Here we can see back in my library. In my
oh
download
my god, wait a minute. Really? They don't have it updated to the latest one? I have to download the 5.2? Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Wow, I have Christian YouTube chat. Panda's message didn't show up. Well, okay, I'll do create for now, but let's see what happens. Maybe I can still open it within 5.6. May have to migrate it.
Section. Unreal Engine is still installing, and I have my online learning kit queued up. Once the engine and the assets have been downloaded, you'll see them appear in your library. Coming up, we'll create a new blueprint project using the third-person template.
Yay, let's do the first project. Finally. Right, so.
Now that we are prepared to work with Unreal Engine, let's launch the editor and get to work.
Okay.
Inside our library tab, we can see all of our installed engine versions.
Okay.
Let's click on Launch for the one we want to use and get it loaded. I have two options here. I can click on Launch next to the version I'd like, or in the top right, I can change to the different versions and quick launch. Go ahead and launch the project browser,
Project Massive
like,
MMORPG.
and the editor will start up. If this is the first time you're launching this version, it may require the prerequisites to be installed.
Oh, good God.
And here we can see we have our Unreal Project browser.
Okay, give me a second while it installs the prerequisites. All right. Doable in a month. Yeah, MMORPG. Brace yourself, Wolf. Yeah, you want to do an MMORPG? What happened? Why did my Chrome crash? Initializing. Okay, compiling shaders. Here we go. Hell yeah, brother. Okay, we can do an MMORPG. I have absolutely zero knowledge of networking data. Also, look at this Little Big Planet 2 link here. Shortcut. Don't ask. Obviously, I have the original as well. Great, then that's a great start, mate. All right, so you can't. Okay, can you please work? All right, a good start. Right, so here we are, and what we have to do is.
This is where we can manage the projects that we've opened up and created inside of Unreal Engine.
Great that you give me options for games, film, architecture, and such when I will just use games. You don't need network skills. Everyone starts the game at the same time as MMO. Yeah. I guess you could see it that way.
Projects using the included templates. Here we can see all of our recent projects, which should be similar to the library tab, My Projects, inside of our launcher.
You speak too slowly.
If I want to, I can click on any of these projects and open them up. I can also browse, and I can choose any other project that might already be on my drive that I haven't added to this project browser yet. On the left, we have our different templates sorted by the different categories.
All right.
This gives you a leg up on creating your project by allowing you to have a project, for example, the third-person template, which gives you some features built in and ready for you to get started.
Okay.
Go ahead and choose third-person in your project that I haven't added to this project browser yet. On the left, we have our different templates sorted by the different categories.
Okay,
this
so if I
gives
go into
you
games,
a leg up on creating
nice.
your project by allowing you to have a project.
What's play speed 1.125?
For example, the third-person template, which gives you some features built in and ready for you to get started.
Okay.
Go ahead and choose third-person as the template we're going to be using. Make sure it's set to blueprint.
Okay, blueprint.
Make sure starter content is checked. Go ahead and pick the location where you want your project to be created.
It doesn't have any checkbox for starter content. But okay, I guess it's fine.
Name it. In my case, I might want to call this Your First Hour.
Okay.
And you'll notice to come across an issue.
Wait.
Project names may not
wait. What? Someone just talked? I think it was Alexa or Google. Might have been Google. I've got Alexa. I've got a Google that I got for free from a neighbor who didn't want it anymore. So I just got it. Yeah, the mafia is here.
Contain a space. There
My people.
are some restricted characters for project names, and it will might want to call this your first hour.
My first
And you'll
hour.
notice to come across an issue. Project names may not contain a space. There are some restricted
is no
characters
space,
for
dude.
project
Oh,
names,
there
and
is.
it will let you know if there is one. So I'm going to go ahead and just simply delete my spaces,
Get the pineapple.
and
with
I'll
the
go ahead and
piece of
create the
fruit.
project.
Okay, look, I've got an idea here. Let's see if I can make it happen. So OBS is going fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to move this one over here, then go into OBS. Got a little idea here. Let's see what I can do. Then we add a new source. We do window capture. Yes, and we do second screen capture. Yeah, you see where I'm going with this? I'll go in here, capture just this window, put it here. There you go. We got to the tutorial side by side. And now what I can do is potentially, I can go to full screen and this one should work. Yeah, it does work. Great.
While the project is being created,
Okay, yeah, it does work. So I can just put this one over here to the side. Maybe make it a little, just a tad smaller. Just like that. In the corner. There. Gonna be a nice little window. And maybe keep working on the right side of my screen. So around here. In this half or something. I'll keep doing that. No, not that. Anyway, you got it. I'll just adjust as we go, but that's the general idea. So you have a little window there, like a picture in picture. Look at that. Look how professional this whole thing is. Right. And then if I go like here even. No shortcut on the desktop to Papa Panda games. I'm disappointed. Yeah, I know, man. I mean, second screen capture needs to be there. Okay. Now we got things exactly where they're supposed to be. And I can now go into here and get it to full screen. So it's better for you guys as well.
it may need to compile shaders. This may take some time, so just go ahead and wait for it to finish.
Well,
Once it's
actually,
done,
never mind, because this way I can't see the chat. So that's not going to happen. I should have a third screen, which I don't. Unless I can do something like this. Let's see what I can do. Let's see. Maybe we don't have to worry about all that. Nah, it's still too small. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna do it this way, and I'm gonna check the chat. It's about time live streaming to be for multi-monitor setup. Yeah.
your editor will open up. And
Okay.
here we can see we have our editor opened up to our third-person map.
Okay, wait. I still don't have it open up to my third-person map thing. Nope. Wrong. In fact, let me close Discord because it's. I mean, it was open to Panda's chat, so nothing to hide there, but still. Can I pin this on top? Be great to pin the chat on top. Probably not. Alternate background. Alternate background color. Oh yeah, maybe I'll do that. Family, dark mode. I think that's it. All I can do. Here we are. You need to set up a second stream and stream the other monitor to the other stream. Yeah, not gonna happen. Not going to happen. Oh wait, though, this way I can you can see it full screen, and actually even better because I can do that and that. There you go. Put it a little larger now. Taking a sweet time to open the project. Godot would have already been open. Yeah, Unreal is still booting up. Okay, here we are. How's OBS doing though? I'm worried about the encoder here. That's fine. Okay. First person. No, wait. Go to the game would be done on itch by now. Unreal is a hog. Yeah, well, thank you for wanting me to use a hog in the first place. But what can we do? Let's go. Right.
Because we chose the third person template.
Yeah, no shit.
Let's go ahead and take a look at our editor and how we can navigate
around.
around it and work with the items inside of it.
I'd like to know how
The
to
primary
rotate.
window which we can see is our viewport.
Okay, great.
This is our view into our world.
Uh-huh.
Let's look at navigating around our viewport.
Uh-huh.
Holding down the right mouse button will allow us to look around.
Okay, great.
Holding down the left mouse button will allow us to move in and out and look left and right.
In and
Holding
out,
down both
okay.
buttons will allow us to move up, down, left, and right based on our mouse movement.
Okay.
If we hold down the right mouse button and use the W, A, S, and D key, we can move our camera forwards, backwards, left, and right.
Okay.
Now, this is the basics of navigating around our viewport.
All
Let's
right.
go ahead and look at moving items around our viewport. If we were to click on any of the items in our world, we'll get a little outline, and we'll get a widget
that makes
allows
sense.
us
Okay.
to transform the item we've selected.
Oh,
If we wanna get a better-
wait. I'm lost. What did you say?
Around our viewport. If we were to click on any of the items in our world, we'll get a little outline, and we'll get a widget that allows us to transform
okay.
the item we've selected.
All right.
If
there
we want to
go.
get
Oh
a
my
better
God.
view, we can press the F or focus key to focus on the item
right,
we've
like
selected.
Unity.
Or we can double click on any of the items inside of the top right outliner to also
Ah,
focus
great.
on them.
Okay, yeah. Fair,
If we want to
fair
move
enough.
them, we would use the translate widget. We can click on any of the arrows. It indicates a direction. We can left click
Give me a
mouse hold
moment, mate.
outliner
What's the
to
translate
also
widget?
focus on them. If we want to move them, we would use the translate widget.
Oh,
We can
it's
click
just
on
this.
any of the
Okay.
arrows. It indicates a direction. We
Yeah,
can
cute.
left click mouse hold and drag the item
Nice. Okay.
in that direction. In the top right, we have the different controls inside of our viewport. This is where we have the ability to select items,
Okay.
translate them. Which is
Well,
allowing
it's
us
not
to move them
accurate. It's
in the
over
world,
here, but all right.
rotating the items, and scaling the items.
By the way, I don't know how much you can see because it's full screen now. So let me just OBS and check. Well, not OBS. Oh, stream is like 0 to FPS now. Oh, yeah. Well, fair enough. Encoding is overloaded now for sure. Yep. Yeah, I thought so. Should be more stable now. It gave me just a second. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it like to small screen here. So it should be a little bit less of a problem. And also I will quit this stupid WP engine. The P engine. Yeah, obviously I should have used a smaller encoder for something like this. Go ahead. Okay.
And it's got the same basic setup. We can grab any of them and rotate as needed. Or we can click scale, and we can scale on one of the axes.
Okay.
Or all of them if we'd like. There are other controls available inside of the viewport. We can see options such as snapping, and these are covered in more detail in the documentation.
GPU is struggling hard. Yeah, well, obviously it is. On Godot, it doesn't happen, but I think it's also a matter of the encoder that I chose, which is a pain. But actually, right now, it seems like it's all right. So I think it goes through some things here and there. Is YouTube still good? It says YouTube is not receiving... I mean, let me just double check YouTube Studio here. Enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Oh, that's nice. Okay, it's better now. Okay. Right, so I just have to be careful, essentially. That's all I have to do. Maybe I won't put the video to full screen. That should help fix things a little. So I suppose we're back to this solution here, which is still fine, I guess. So what I'm going to do is just remove that. So yeah, it's all right. It'll be okay. We keep it like that.
This is fine for working with items.
I mean, it has to render the video, the engine, your cam, OBS. Yeah, exactly. It's true.
Already in our world.
But I've got a 3080. All that all at once might be too much. Yeah, but I got a 3080 with like maybe 8 gigabytes of VRAM aren't that many these days. I wouldn't mind an upgrade, but they cost so much.
What if we want to add other items? And that's where our content browser comes in. By default, we have a content drawer in the bottom left. If we click on the content drawer,
Okay.
all of the items inside of our project are going to show up
Great.
inside of the folders that they may be located in.
Okay.
For example, I can go into the starter content folder by double-clicking.
Which I don't have.
I can go into props, and I can find a bunch of pre-made props that were included because we chose starter content. If I want to, I can click, left mouse hold, and drag, and drop those items into the world.
I'll just drop something. Maybe...
But you notice the content drawer disappeared.
Anything, I guess. Third person? No. Content? Oh, yeah, now it's overloaded again. Dear FPS. Yeah, hi Eugene, hi. Yeah, I'm having a few issues with what is happening. Yeah, I know. It's the encoder. The encoder isn't encoding. It isn't it's suffering basically. But let me see. Maybe I can do like a faster. But if I do that, might be that we're able to handle things a little differently, and maybe I can change the encoder for here too. Yeah, I don't think that's going to. No, I don't think that's going to matter much. High quality, low latency, and that. I don't think it's going to matter much. I mean, it might matter a little bit, but it's literally 1 second per frame. Yeah, I know. It's now it's better. Yeah. I've changed the encoding settings, so it will take a little second to upgrade to update. But I've changed the encoder settings, so hopefully we'll be a little better now. Good. Yeah, it's because I'm multi-streaming at the same time. Like if I weren't streaming on Twitch at the same time, I think it would be more stable. But since I'm streaming on Twitch at the same time, the encoder kind of struggles here. Especially with Unreal and such. And sometimes it does in general, so I don't know if multi-streaming is a good idea for me. Full stop. Because it used to be much more stable when I was streaming just on YouTube. So maybe I should just stick to that. I'm experimenting for now, but since I'm having more issues than anything, I might as well just stick to one platform and that's it. Because I can't seem to make the two work. Anyway.
After we used it, if we wanted to, we can click on the content drawer, choose dock and layout. Now we have a docked content browser that we can browse through and bring other items.
Oh yeah, I like this. Much better.
For example, maybe I want to add a few bushes over here and have a nice area to work with.
Yeah, now it's back to encoding overloaded. Let me just turn off Twitch, because I don't think I've got anyone on Twitch right now. So let me just turn off Twitch, and hopefully that solves it. What I can also do is Geez, Unreal, you have a good PC? I mean, with a 3060 or whatever can run it probably without a slowdown. Other professional streamers do it. Something capture card and second PC streaming, uploading the actual content then. I have no idea. I suppose they set up multi-stream with something like Restream, or they stream to one platform. A lot of people just stream to one platform and that's it. In my case, I would prefer to stream to one platform, which is YouTube. It's going to be my platform of reference, and also Twitch is pretty crap. As a platform, I don't like Twitch as a platform and how it's managed and all that. But I guess there's a lot of people watching streams on Twitch more than YouTube. But you know, you guys are here. You don't care. So it was an attempt to see if if it was easier for people to find me there. I don't think it's going to be. Maybe I can wait on the multi-stream until I can reliably run it, or I can find a way to actually run it properly. I think it might also be that I'm trying to send 18,000 bitrate to YouTube. Maybe I'll bring it down to 15,000. 15K for 1080p, and that should be all right. So we are back now. We're fanboys. Yeah. Fanboys. Thank you, fanboys. Really appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, maybe they have a capture card, but I don't think they do. And there's also there are also people who have like a double PC setup, or they have like two PCs and they stream at the same time from that PC. I don't know, but you could even stream it on your Discord probably. Yeah, I could. I've been thinking about streaming on my Discord. The only thing is I can't stream from OBS to Discord. So I don't think I can do YouTube to Discord. Wait, what does YouTube want? Does the streams currently? current bitrate is higher. Okay, I don't care. So yeah, I could stream it on Discord. I've been thinking about doing like Discord nights where we chat all together without the pressure of the stream, and maybe doing like gaming nights. But I don't know what games we all have and what we like to play. And also, the Discord isn't that active yet. There's you guys, and it's becoming more active because of my increased activity here on YouTube. But it will still take a little bit. We'll get there though. I do want like community events and such. I do want to hang out with you guys. I think it's gonna be fun. So yeah. Right. So let's see if now it handles it, because I'm not on Twitch anymore. I've lowered the bitrate and I have chosen a faster encoding preset. Hopefully.
If you don't want an item, you can click on it. You can right click, go to edit, delete, or you'll notice it says delete next to it, which is the hotkey.
Yeah, no, as soon as I switch to Unreal, it's crap. It tells me encoding overloaded. It's probably sit there playing Rim. Yeah, most likely. Okay, let's see. Unreal OBS stream encoder overloaded, but it's definitely the GPU issue. Change your output from NKV instead of MP4, and could overload, won't corrupt the entire file. Okay, but then no, okay, I've got it. Oh, it does? Why didn't I never do that? I mean, the encoding overload. Everyone trying to record here. No. Reduce the output resolution. Not gonna happen. Lower frame rate. Okay, I could do that actually. I could reduce the frame rate. Output. Video. Oh yeah, but to do the but the output resolution is 1080p. The FPS is 60 though. Maybe I should lower it to 30, especially for these things. But I can't do it now because I reduced the FPS to 30 and it just started working fine. One says should have started with Unreal 4 instead of 5, I guess. Oh, sorry, Eugene, I didn't reply to you. Unreal, you have a good PC. Even me, who has a 3060 or whatever, can run it properly without a slowdown. Well, as you can see, I'm having issues. But I've got a 3080, which is good, technically. But I'm trying to learn it because Quivscore, who's Frapserer here, he invited me to do like a game jam in November in Unreal. So I'm trying to learn it. But to learn it, I'm going on stream as well. Now, the problem is, obviously, all of this. I'll tell you what. Changing the FPS values is going to take me 5 seconds. So let me just go off stream and back on. And lower FPS to 24. Good old TV vibes then. Yeah, let me just go... let me just go back off stream. Just so, because I want to make sure that we all have a good experience. I'll lower the FPS to 30. And the encoder preset, I could put the lowest possible. And actually, I'll see this guide first. Encoding overloaded. No, I'm not going to do that. 30, okay. I'll go to 30. Or even lower now. Very fast is the encoder preset. Okay, I've already selected that. Output like very fast, and then try hardware encode. Yeah, I could try hardware encoding though. These are the encoder load off the CPU. GPU based encoders offer lower quality than X264 at the same bitrate. Really? I've heard the opposite. I could try that. I've got a pretty good processor as well. Let me do all of these changes. Won't be long. I'll be back. Hello, friends, and we're back. Hello, and we're back. I think we might be. Let me see. Yeah, look, the encoder isn't overloaded. Maybe I don't know if it was switching to the CPU-based encoder or the FPS, halving the FPS to 30. But it looks like we are stable now. I've switched to Unreal just now. Let me move around a little bit. Looks like we're good. Yeah, I have no idea how to read that QuipScore. I have never in my life read one word in Polish. So yeah, but I'll trust you that you're saying hello. And guten Abend to you, Panda. Yeah. Right. So we're here, and it looks like we're stable now. Shame we're not streaming to 60 FPS. It was smooth, buttery 60 FPS, but what can we do? And let me also try. Let's see if we can handle Twitch at the same time. Who guess halving the work for the GPU might just work. Yeah, I suppose I'm being a little bit too ambitious with my CPU, with my GPU or whatever. I could leave the GPU encoding for Twitch. Let's see what happens, but I can also change it if I need to. So, okay. Yeah, looks like we're good. No, that's not common sense. Yeah. Well, maybe we have an answer to how the professional streamers do it. They stream at 30 FPS and they use different encoder settings, not putting the load on the GPU. Now I know. I'm gonna have to rewatch the stream after to see if there's a noticeable difference, but I'm gonna say like popular publishers, just buy a better PC. My PC is pretty good. I've got a very, very good processor, and this 5080, the 3080 is still a powerhouse, but starting to show some signs of age. I think I'll do an upgrade at some point. It's just too expensive right now. I can't afford it. I could if I wanted to, but I just don't want to spend that much money. Also, I have to really figure out what if I can upgrade it without changing my motherboard. Because there was that rumor, I think, when the 4080 and the 50, well, even before the 5080 or the 5000 series, when the 4000 series was coming out, there was that rumor that I read somewhere or that I heard somewhere that that basically the slots were different, or you had to change your motherboard entirely because of different support slots that or different like. Yeah, probably different slots that the new GPU had. So I was like, okay, well, now I got a 3080. I've got to change the whole thing. But apparently, I mean, it's not the case. Maybe it was fake news. Got no idea. My GTX 1080 outperforms your RTX 3080. Changed my mind. It might very well be. But yeah. Okay, anyway, let's go back to learning, which we've wasted enough time here.
Hotkey will be listed to the right of the command. So we can go ahead and delete the extra items that we don't want in our world anymore. Or if we wanted to, I could go ahead and move these bushes into a new location.
Yeah, I see that the encoder isn't overloaded anymore. How's the quality of the stream? Is it roughly the same? Is it worse? Is it better? Unlikely, but yeah. Because that's what I'm worried about. I mean, yes, I have the FPS, that's fine, but I've also switched to the CPU encoder. The CPU encoder is crap, then I'm going to test next time, obviously not now, but I'm going to test using the GPU encoder again with different settings and whatnot, but keeping the FPS at 30, which might just do the trick. But you let me know.
And make my scene a little bit prettier. And used it.
Inside of the
viewport, we can see options such as snapping, and these are covered in more detail in the documentation. This is fine for working with items.
Honestly, GTX 1080 was Nvidia's oopsie or not holding back good hardware for a reasonable price.
Already in our world, but what if we want to add other items? And that's where our content browser comes in.
Yeah, I've heard
By
good
default,
things about it.
We have a content drawer in the bottom left. If we click on the content drawer, all of the items inside of our project are going to show up inside of the folders that they may be located in. For example, I can go into the starter content folder by double-clicking.
Oh my god, there's a door.
I can go into props. And I can find a bunch of pre-made props that were included because we chose starter content. If I wanted to, I could click, left mouse hold and drag, and drop those items into the world. But you'll notice the content drawer disappeared after we used it. If we wanted to, we can click on the content drawer, choose dock and layout. Now we have a docked content browser.
Look, QuipScore, I've moved
and bring other items.
I moved the cylinder in the world.
For example, maybe I want to
I'm
add
a game developer.
Bushes over here.
I'm an Unreal developer.
And have a nice area to work with. If you don't want an item, you can click on it, you can right click, go to edit, delete, or you'll notice it says delete next to it, which is the hotkey.
Where's delete?
Anything that has a hotkey will be
edit,
listed
delete.
to the right of the command.
Oh, delete. Yeah. Okay,
so we can go ahead and delete the extra items that we don't want in our world anymore. Or if we wanted to, I could go ahead and move these.
Is the texture an actual texture yet? You're my top 3 most favorite Unreal dev right now. Yeah, who are the other 2? Well, at least I'm not trying to do an Undertale like in Game Maker. I think it's Game Maker, but
bushes into a new location.
Is the texture an actual texture yet? In level prototyping, you say here. Oh, that's a grid checker. No. Go into materials. No. Oh, it wasn't the door, wasn't it? No, or maybe that was what you were. Kai Lulu and myself. Oh, all right, okay. Oh yeah, about Kai. Where is he? Yeah, no, textures is just the grid checker. I don't know what this even does, to be honest. But we'll see.
And make my scene a little bit prettier.
Yeah, nice, very pretty,
right,
very pretty.
I mentioned before we can double click on the items in our outliner to go ahead and focus on them. Our outliner shows all of the items.
Oh, Micah, yeah. Micah's great. Yeah, I've never spoken to him. I just used to follow him on. He's alive, I guess. Just used to follow him on Twitter. I liked all the little destruction experiments that he used to do. I suppose he still does it.
Or the actors that are inside of our world. We can see we have the bushes we added in. We have the default items that came with our third-person map.
Okay, great.
We also have some things such as the different lighting that's available to us. The outliner
Every
is
poster
the
looks like
outline
shrugs
that
and
shows
speaks
us
in
all of the
hashtags.
actors in our project. We can search for individual items or choose the filter option to find specific item types. Once we have an item selected, the details panel below this gives us the details or the properties for
there we
the
go,
item
yeah.
we have selected.
Classic
In this
inspector.
case, I can choose my directional light, and we can see we have things
Which
such
you
as the
cannot see, by
intensity,
the way.
or how bright our light is,
Here.
and even the light color.
That's the
So
inspector.
in this case, I can have a purple light, and now my scene has changed. Any of the properties or the settings on our actors that
Maybe I
are in
should
the
show
world
the whole-
will be
the full-
available to us inside of our details panel.
Nope.
Along the top, we have our main toolbar. This is where we have quick access to things such as saving our current level,
Yeah, there
changing
you
the
go.
different mode we're working in. By default, we're in selection mode to work in the items in our viewport. The ability to quickly create extra content, such as additional lights or other blueprints. And then our quick play tools. Let's go ahead and look at those.
Micah
Let's
burning
hit the
house
play
in there.
button, and you should spawn in with your character.
Okay.
It's going to spawn in with our
Oh, there we
default
go.
mannequin. Since we've chosen the third-person template, it's given us a character setup with a
Okay, good.
third-person camera and third-person controls.
Oh look, I can run
We can
around.
again move our mouse to look around,
Cool.
or use the WASD keys to move our character around the level. We
Okay.
can see our chair we set up in our bushes. We can run up. We can even jump because jump was set up as part of our default third-person character. Once you're done playtesting, you can press the escape key to stop playtesting, and we're now back in our editor. Now, this is the basics of setting up our project.
Okay, great. That was easy. Love Engine spotted. Heard only good things about Love. I like it, but it's a bit too low level for me. I'm not. I'm more about. I want to think less about the. Setting up the rendering and setting up the scene and setting up the viewport and such. And I want to think more about the creative part of things. It's good though. I did a full course on it, which was a game development course, and then for the last 2 lessons we switched to Unity. More like a framework than an engine. Yeah, exactly. It's nice. It's lightweight. It's really cool. Very cute as well. But too manual. Like to code like it does teach you like to think like a programmer. So like yeah, but if to set up like a match 3 game, I had to do like a lot of like grids and maths and that is all good, but not my thing. I'll be honest. I didn't have fun doing that, and I think for me, I don't want to do it as a profession. I want to do it as a hobby. If I don't have fun, it's just yeah. Looking at real devs are all spoiled with ready rig and environmental stuff. Yeah, exactly. We've got everything. Real Plus used the Blender game engine to discontinue one. Never even knew there was a Blender game engine.
Next, let's take a look at how we can add additional
Okay, let's add additional assets. But how are we going to add the additional assets? Of course, outline, working with additional assets. I don't think we're going to be able to use them because it's just
After you've been playing around with your project for a little bit, you
Okay.
might end up with something that you want to keep. This is my project, and it's messy, but
I
it's
don't think
mine,
I need to
and
follow along for these, by the way, because it seems
love
like...
it. Up to this point, we really haven't saved anything, so we should look at that first. In the top left, in our main toolbar, we have the ability to save
I'll
our
just
current
remove
level
the
to
YouTube
disk.
live chat.
We can
and-
click that, and it's going to save our current level. In addition, we can go up to File and Save All, and they'll save all the items, maybe things we've brought in. For example, we're going to look at that during this process here, or anything we may have modified. We started with our starter content.
Wait, why
but
is
let's
the
say we
scene
created this project and
purple?
forgot our starter content.
Oh, and
On the top left of our content browser is our Add button. When
Okay.
we click on that, we can go to Add, Feature, or Content Pack.
oh,
And
okay.
this will
No,
give us
that's
the
what I can
ability
do.
to add content to our project that
Right,
was
let's do that.
included with the engine. For example, if we forgot the starter content, under
Uh-huh.
content, we can add that starter content to our
Oh,
project.
there we go. Okay, add
Or we
project.
could add some C++ or Blueprint templates. Let's say we wanted to add the first person. We could go ahead and click on first person and add.
Ah, here
and
we
this
go.
will add the first person content to our third person project that we started.
Okay.
Okay, this is good. How do we add additional content from outside of the editor? On the launcher, we have access to the marketplace. Now, we already went here before when we created our project using the
Okay.
online learning kit. If
Okay.
you haven't done that, make sure you go ahead and do that now. This is where you can find free and paid content. For example, we go to free, Epic Games content. We can find something we might want to add to our project by going to that item. We
Okay.
could purchase that item, and then we could add it to our project or create a new project with it. Back inside of our library, let's
Yeah.
go ahead and double click on the online learning kit to open it up. And you may
Okay.
get an error. It's asking me to choose the Unreal Engine version I want to open this project up in. If you
Okay.
have a project that was created in a different version than one you have installed, it's not going to be able to open it up in that engine because it's not installed. You can go ahead and select a different version of the engine. Keep in mind, it is not backwards compatible. If the project was created in 5.1 and you're trying to open it in a version of 4, it will not work. But if it was
No,
created
just
in
like
5.1
classic
and
Unity.
you're trying to open it in 5.2, you should be fine.
Okay.
So in this case, choose the appropriate version you want to open it up in. We want to choose 5.2, and it's going to go ahead and open up that project in that version. Once our project is opened up, you can take a look around, and you see this basic little scene. And I want to take this little scene, and I want to use it inside of my project.
Okay.
But how do I do that?
Yeah. How do we
Well,
do
we're going
that?
to use the migrate feature.
Uh-oh.
For example, if I went into my EOL content folder, and I went into meshes, I might find this floor. I can right-click on the floor, choose Asset Actions, and Migrate. It'll now find
Okay, give me a second.
all
What is-
over the scene, and I want to use it inside of my project.
Uh-huh.
But how do I do that?
How do we do that?
Well, we're going to use the Migrate feature. For example, if I went into my EOL content folder,
Okay.
and I went into meshes,
Okay.
I might find this floor.
Okay.
I can right-click on the floor,
Okay.
choose Asset Actions,
Okay.
and Migrate.
Oh, okay.
It'll now find all of the items that are required for this mesh that I chose.
Oh, cool.
The materials, material instances.
Let's go to have something like this, Panda. This seems like a very useful feature. I have to migrate stuff every now and then. Following passive start, the Blender game engine isn't that unrealistic, to be honest. Also, very great game dev. The dude is a magician. I never heard of that. I will follow him.
Textures, the mesh itself, and allow me to export it. So I could choose OK. It's now going to ask me where do I want to move it to. In this case, it's my projects folder,
Okay.
your first hour,
Where's that? Okay.
content folder.
All right. Okay. Fair.
I'm pulling it out of the content folder in the
Not gonna
original
do all of
project,
this.
so I need to make sure it
Pretty-
goes in the content folder in the new project. And if I was to hit select folder, it'll now migrate it out.
Okay.
But instead, I actually want everything that's inside of
I think
here.
this is like all the basics of navigating Unreal.
let's
I
go
want to
to
do
our
something a
maps
little bit
folder.
more
Here's our
hands-on. Let's see how
playground
the
map.
rest goes.
It's the
But
one that we currently have loaded. And let's
since everything is just in XML, basically, you could simply copy-paste stuff and it should be working right away. Oh, EOL, Epic Online Learning, me an IT expert reading his end of life.
migrate out the entire map and everything
Isn't RimWorld all XML based? I don't know the specifics of how that game is built, but yeah.
inside of it. So we'll go ahead and migrate. You can see we have a lot more chosen this time. We'll hit OK. We'll go to our projects, first hour content folder, and hit select. and it's going to save and migrate all those items out. Now, I didn't close my other project. It's still open. So if I was to open up my other project on our screen...
Oh, no, that's criminal. You can open more than one project in Unreal Engine. That's...
Here, we have an EOL content folder with all of our items, including the map.
Obviously a joke. It's handy, but yeah, it's going to make my computer blow up.
We can open up the map, and we can see we now have that map that was in another project inside of our new project, including all of the parts that we need.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and close down the other project, the online learning kit, since we won't need it anymore.
Okay.
Everything I wanted is now inside of my first hour project.
All right.
Now, what if we wanted to bring in something that was...
Oh, maybe I do need to migrate all of this. So let me just go into...
our own.
What did it migrate? The whole thing?
Third-party thing kit. We now have content. We'll go ahead and migrate here. So let's go into our map.
Okay, so maps. Okay, the map playground level. So let's go into maps, playground level, and let's do asset actions, migrate. All of this. So okay. We go into Unreal Project, my first hour, content, and we select the folder and we just migrate everything. Okay, cool. So now we go back into my first hour. We open it. XML is just a descriptive file format, the HTML under the file formats, if you will. I'll be back later. Oh, dogs, QuibScore? Classic. Here we are. So, let's see.
Chosen this time. We'll hit OK. We'll go to our projects, first hour content folder, and hit select. And it's going to save and migrate all those items out. Now, I didn't close my other project. It's still open. So if I was to open up my other project on our screen, and if we look inside of here, we have an EOL content folder with all of our items, including the map. We can open up the map, and we can see we now have that map that was in another project inside of our new project, including all of the parts that we need.
Oh, cool. Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and close down the other project, the online learning kit, since we won't need it anymore. Everything I wanted is now inside of my first hour project. Now, what if we wanted to bring in something that was our own? We've created in a third-party program, say a model or some textures, and we now want it into our project. This is where importing comes in. In my content folder, I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder. I'm going to name this one import. And I'm just going to show you how you import your own assets. Inside of our import folder, we can right-click, and we can choose import. I have some raw assets.
So much, even for me, there's something new even that I've never used Unreal before. Maybe because I've worked with Unity before already. So for me, it isn't a lot of new stuff. It's just the very basics, like migrating stuff, moving project files around. Example, like bring in nothing too exciting. In fact, I think I might just skip the rest of this. Let's see where it goes. And now I have the
sound types, have import.
This is just importing stuff which I don't have. So this is not going to be useful right now. It's going to be useful later when QuibScore does the assets for me. But not right now. Building your first level. Let's see. And then it goes into working with visuals, working with blueprints, packaging for sharing, and then it concludes. So yeah, I think here, building your first level, we're starting to get a little bit more hands-on. Let's see how it goes. Now, up to this
point, we've learned how to navigate around our project and even added extra content. But it's not quite our own. Let's start on working by creating our own new level and adding content to it.
Okay, why not?
File, new level. And then choose the type you want. I'm going to go with empty level and create.
Empty level, okay.
If you made any changes or you have anything unsaved in your
X'd out
current map, it might ask you what you want to do. I'm going to not save any changes. And now we have a new
Oh my
level.
god, this is...
It's blank, it's empty, there's nothing in it.
More than blank,
I recommend
say it's
saving
black.
as one of the first things you do. So let's go ahead and hit File, Save Current Level. It's going to ask us where we want to put it.
Okay,
I'm going to make a new folder called Maps.
Yeah, good idea, Maps.
And I'm going to name this one Our Level.
Oh, Our Level.
We now have Our Level, which you can see in the top left, ready to be populated with stuff.
What's the naming conversion? Okay, no, that's just title case. Right.
Let's go ahead and add some floors in first. How would we find our floors?
How,
We can search in the content browser by name, and we can find all the items that say floor. But right now I'm in the maps folder, and there's no maps named floor, So I got to go back up to my content folder.
Yeah,
Now we can find all the
basic
items.
file system stuff.
But we have materials, we have textures, and we have stack meshes. And I only want the stack
What are
meshes.
these wood materials?
We can use the filter option to the left of the search and choose stack mesh. And now we only have the stack meshes with the name of floor. I'm going to go ahead and choose my modules.
Is it saying stat mesh or
Floor.
stack mesh? Oh yeah, stat
We
mesh.
can use the filter option to the left of the search and choose stack mesh. And now we only have the stack meshes with the name of floor. I'm going to go ahead and choose
Stack
my
mesh.
modules floor. Now, if we wanted
Modules,
to,
okay.
we could scale this item up. We have the scale on the right-hand side.
Okay, yeah,
For
why
example,
not?
I could make this 5 by 5.
5.
And now we have a very large floor.
Yeah, we do.
Or if I wanted to, I can click the reset button to the right, and I can drag in extra.
Interesting that it stretches the center texture already. Like this learning kit is pretty set up in a pretty complex way. It seems it just adapts the texture to whatever you put it, like how big you make it, or so it seems at least. Okay.
But you notice these may not show up exactly where I want them. So we could duplicate a floor. If we hold down the Alt key on the keyboard and drag on one of the arrow directions, we'll duplicate in that direction.
Oh.
Now, if I want to, I could also
Nice.
turn on snapping for a larger
Yeah,
size.
why not? Do
Let's
that.
say 100. And now when I
Um,
duplicate, we can see it snaps a little bit better.
This is
It's
snapping.
not perfect. We might want our snapping to be 50, for example. And let's duplicate.
So wait,
now we get
snapping
some-
for
and
what?
now we
Because there's a
arrow
lot
to-
of.
But you notice these modules floor show up exactly. Now, if I want to, I could also
Man, your grandma should be able to do this too. How are AAA still failing when the engine does everything already for you?
turn on snapping for a larger size. Let's say 100. And now when I duplicate, we can see it snaps a little bit better.
Oh yeah, okay.
It's not perfect.
50.
We might want our snapping
yeah,
to
there
be
we go.
50, for example. And let's duplicate. And now we get something a little more appropriate. Go ahead and duplicate out a few more times. Give me a little bit bigger floor to work on.
Oh, I made it.
And now we have a
6
basic
times, okay.
floor that I'm going to use to put my character on and set up the rest of my level.
Oh,
now,
you
if we
don't
were
say.
to play test this, we're going to run into a few problems.
Right.
First of all,
Which ones?
everything disappears. I can't see
Okay.
your character. I don't
Because
know
there's
what's
no
going
camera,
on.
right?
Let's go ahead and stop this, and you'll now notice everything is gone. When we dragged in our items, it simply used the default settings for them. But once we
Unreal
hit
is
play,
3D
it'll
only.
start.
I suppose you can do 2D. Well, I don't know actually. You might be onto something. I'm not quite sure. It dropped me into 3D already with no chance to change it, or not even a mention of 2D. So I think it's going to be 3D only. Even those 2D games that may be done with Unreal, they're probably like some sort of hacks. I'm not talking about the 2.5D, so I'm not talking about the side scrollers that are actually 3D but in a 2D camera view. Talking about like games that are actually 2D. Yeah, fake 2D orthographical cam stuff, but being an actual 3D. Yeah, possibly, yeah. You can probably import like 2D sprites in here. But and do like with a orthographical cam as you say, but yeah, I think which would still be cool. I mean, you could still get some cool effects like, I don't know, maybe cool lighting and stuff, but you can do in other engines too. So I don't think 2D is necessarily like Unreal might be too overkill for 2D, honestly. But then we should ask Ashen or Evan, either of them, because they might know. They might have done 2D. Actually, I'm pretty sure they did 2D in Unreal. I mean, theoretically, you need a 3D accelerator on this GPU. Yeah, you're the IT guy there. I suppose you're right. I don't know what that implies. I understand what you're saying. I don't know what that implies. The GPU have them by default for 30 years now. Oh, okay. Yeah, then great.
Started applying our lighting.
Yeah, but that's what scares me, because I've only ever worked for big projects. I've only ever worked on 2D so far, with 2D. Quifscore wants to do it here, so we're gonna do a 3D Metroidvania for Metroidvania month in 3D. He wants to do like he's thinking about doing like some sort of classic collectathon platformer, which I'm totally on board with because I love that genre. So it should be cute. I'm just a shit level designer, so we're gonna have to see. Maybe I should call another one to do my levels. I already have someone in mind. I don't know if they're gonna be busy though. Maybe I should tell them now, basically.
Settings.
Anyway.
And what do you know? In our outliner, we have no lighting, so now we can't see anything.
Of course,
we can easily get a
30D from sometimes is simply not for me. It takes up so much time to create something. That's exactly what I'm worried about. With 2D, it's relatively easy. You drop in the sprite, you do the animations by frames and such. Done. You just connect it to a script and you go. On 3D, like you have to animate the rig potentially. You have to do animations for the characters and such. I know nothing about that stuff. The best thing I was ever able to do was a cube in a 3D space or a first person controller. That's it. Even the Overworld and Star Jumper was hard to create for me, and it's 2.5D, if you will. Yeah. Oh yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, it looks really cool though. But yeah, no, 3D is
for now. By changing our different view mode in the top by clicking on lit and then choosing unlit. Now, if we want, we can double click on any of our modules and we can see them in the unlit mode. We go back to lit, you'll notice they disappear again. So that means we need a light.
Yay, fair enough. Oh, there we go. Lit, unlit. Okay.
Let's go ahead and add a directional light. If we go up to our create button on the top toolbar, lights, directional light, we can drag one in and drop it anywhere in the world.
Is this a create button?
We need a light. Let's go ahead and add a directional light. If we go up to our create button on the top toolbar, lights, directional light, we can drag one in and drop it anywhere in the world.
There we go.
We can now go back to lit mode. We have our platforms visible now that we have a light. Next thing we want to do is play test again now that we can see. We'll hit play, and we see our character flying.
Whee!
They're actually falling because we have nowhere for our character to start. We need a player start, which is a special blueprint. I'm going to go ahead and double click to snap back up to the top, go back up to create, and we can look for player start. If you don't know where it is, after you click on create without moving your mouse anymore, start typing. And this will give you the search.
Oh, there we go. Player start.
Search through everything in our create menu.
The player start. They even give you a player spawner. I'm going to say Unreal simply looks so much better out of the box than Godot. As in like rendering looking better in terms of like the viewport and such, or just as the interface and whatnot. I mean, but then you've got the performance drawbacks, or rendering wise. But then you got the performance drawbacks, so keep that in mind. Too many games came out this year that were terribly optimized for. Yeah, the interface is terrible. I don't like it. At least for now. But too many games came out this year that were an absolute nightmare because of Unreal being poorly optimized. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was an example. Shader cache was horrible. There were others. I think Delta as well. Metal Gear Delta has had some performance issues. Final Fantasy 16 as well, I believe, had some performance issues because of Unreal Engine. And then I don't think it's based on Unreal Engine. It's probably its own, it's completely its own engine. It's got its own issues. But the Resident Evil engine they used for Monster Hunter Wilds as well, it's basically a piece of Emmental cheese. It's full of holes because it was never meant to be used for open worlds, and it was used for open worlds there, so it just destroyed everyone's GPU essentially. Mine was struggling so much. I had to install a mod that improved shader cache so that it would work. So yeah, looks great outside of the box, but then developers do a lot of shit, and basically the optimization isn't there. Either because they don't know the engine yet very well, because Unreal Engine 5 is super powerful but also super kind of new. I mean, it's been around for years now, at least 3 years, but still. Either because of that, or maybe because of you know, deadlines and such, and they don't have the time to optimize and just push out the product. Blame publishers on pushing devs. Exactly, that's what I was going for. Yeah. What I was hinting at, essentially. You could blame devs for being lazy, but I think there's always like pressure behind their back. Make it exist first, you can make it beautiful later. Yeah, exactly. The later part never happens because, you know, it exists, so let's push it out.
Start into the world and drop it. You might notice it says bad size. That means it's colliding or it's causing a problem with the item in our crate menu. Drag the player start into the world and drop it. You might notice it says bad size. That means it's colliding or it's causing a problem with the item below it. We can drag it up. It will no longer say bad size. Or if we want, we can push the end key on the keyboard and it'll snap it down to the ground. Now if we hit play, our character starts on the platform. If it doesn't start on the platform, the 3 dots next to our play mode is the ability to change where your character spawns at.
My other problem with 3D is I can never work out where the hell my stuff is compared to the rest of like in relation to the rest. Okay, so we are up there. That's fine. All right, snapping to the ground. Here we are. Okay. I'm gonna say though, it's cool that they give you like a player start already.
Location or the default player start. If we change this back to the current camera location and we move out into the middle of nowhere, you'll notice our character now starts here. That's useful if you need to quickly playtest something from a specific spot. I've gone ahead and changed this back to the default player start, and now our character should spawn in that player start. Okay. Because we started with the third-person template, we automatically have our project set up.
Wait, what did it do?
You've gone ahead and changed this back to the default player start, and now our character should spawn in that player. Now starts here. That's useful if you need to quickly playtest something from a specific spot.
Oh, okay. So you by default it gave me the default player start, but I can also have it start at current camera location. This is handy, for example. Like this is super handy. I don't have to move the spawner or whatever just to test a specific part of the level. This is really cool. Because on Godot, maybe I have to, or even Unity, I have to just move the player manually to a part of the map to just have it spawn where I want it to spawn. But that was with 2D. I suppose with 3D it's different. You might have this kind of tool. But yeah, no, this is good. How does the platform already have collision done and all that? And didn't realize other than good. Well, remember though, this is a module from the starter pack. Like it's already set up with collisions. But I don't think you can, like, this is not something that you start with. This is like the learning kit. So it's probably not already set up by default with colliders. It's got 3 elements here that I can see. It's got metal, plastic, and carbon. And it's got a physics simulation here. Enable gravity and such, but yeah, there you go. There's collision. I don't know how you add collision though. I don't know how to get collision modules, or maybe if it's a mesh, a static mesh, it already has like some collision elements embedded by default. Don't know yet. We're gonna find out.
To the default player start, and now our character should spawn in that player start. Because we start.
But on the other hand, if you click here, spawn player default player start. That means this feature is embedded into the UI, which is embedded into the engine, which means the default player start is actually a thing that they give you. So you've got a spawner that you can place around by default as soon as you boot up the engine. That is pretty cool.
Started with the third-person template, we automatically have our project set up for using the third-person template.
Okay.
That means our game mode is designed to use.
Yeah, 2 lines of GD script. I know. Like global position here and that, but you know, still.
Character.
Yes, it's flexible. You have it there, and you can. The one thing that I really like is this: start at current camera location versus default player start. This I really like, but it looks like you might have more options. Here. It feels like a sub menu. I wonder if you can have multiple player starts. I guess you can. Like if you add more player starts here, you'll probably have more selection here to spawn the player at. Now, unless I've been missing something really major in Godot and Unity, I don't think they have the same feature
with
where you can choose the spawner.
Certain settings designed for it. If we go up to Edit, Project Settings, we can open up the project settings.
All right.
On the left-hand side, we have maps and modes.
Oh my lord!
The default game mode is the Blueprint third-person game mode. And if we
Okay.
click the drop down next to selected game mode, we can see the different properties for it.
Okay.
We can see we have our default pawn, or what spawns in using our player start as a third-person character.
Huh? Oh, yeah, okay.
And we have some other default settings here.
Oh, look at this. Game mode. We've got a default pawn, the HUD, player controller class, game state class, player state class, and spectator class.
What we mainly care about is our default pawn class. If you were to create your own character, or your own pawn, or you want something special to control,
of course,
this is where you'll change your default character that spawns in, and this is where you'll replace it in order to have your custom character spawned in.
Really? So basically you have a character controller embedded in the project settings, so you can choose your character here, and depending on who you have in the scene, you can just you spawn a character based on whatever you choose here as a default pawn. Okay. Right.
This is also where you can change the game mode. Say, for example, we imported in the first-person template, and now we want to use the first-person character and all of its settings. We could easily change the default game mode to the first-person game mode,
of course,
and all those settings will work for us.
Yeah.
Now, this is on a project level. All of our maps will use that game mode. If we wanted to override it on the level or this individual map, we wanted each map to maybe have a different game mode, maybe a different type of default character or some other settings. We can override that in the world settings. Going up to Window, World Settings, we now have the World Settings tab.
Right,
and this is where you can override the game mode on a level basis. Maybe I have one specific for first person or third person, like I mentioned before. Now, our world still is a little bit bland. We're kind of in this blank black area. Let's add a few more lights to get it set up. Now, we can go up to the create, and we can look at the lights, and we can look at the different lights we have available to us. We also have different visual effects that will give us the
skylight.
Or we can go up to Window, Environment Light Mixer. Environment Light Mixer is a handy panel that allows us to quickly add lighting to our scene using the default settings for the editor. You can see in here it shows directional light because we added our directional light.
All right.
If we were to go and delete our directional light, you're now going to see it doesn't have that anymore. Now that we have no lighting, we could easily and quickly recreate...
This environment light mixer is pretty cool, though. Like, you can control all of your lights in one place. You can obviously code something like that in Godot, for example. You can have, like, a node and have it be the environment light mixer. Or maybe you export all of the variables of the children lights and such, and so you control them from there. But it's handy that it exists here, like out of the box.
Basic lighting setup by adding our skylight, atmospheric light, sky atmosphere.
I know obviously there is like global illumination there. I think there's a setting, but it doesn't seem to be the same. Like there's like every light that you add to the scene, you can mix it here.
Volumetric clouds and height fog.
Godot is environment for that as a node. Exactly. Yeah. But it only relates to the environment light. Here, I think every light that you add is going to be added here potentially. Because like it feels like you can add more than one. Now I don't know though. Like let me add a basic point light to the scene. Yeah, no, okay. So it's just for environment light, obviously, calls environmental light mixer. So not the point light. But if I were to add more than one, directional light. Yeah, we got two. Multiple directional lights are continued to be the single one used for forward shading, translucent water, volumetric fog. The forward shading priority as a full backlight direction was selected. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so maybe it's just for one. Then why does it take so little space? Feels like there should be more here. Maybe there is. Who knows?
This panel
maybe it does
also will
add two more lights. Yeah, I tried added yeah, you saw that. I added one more light, but it just replaced this one. I think I have to maybe do like priorities and whatnot. But this is a mixer, so I think you can probably add. Oh no, wait, because you can create a skylight, atmosphere, volumetric cloud, and height fog, and maybe. Oh yeah, that's how it works. You have all of these different types of lights, and you add them here, and then you mix them together. You fell out of the window, you try to lean out. Oh, maybe, yeah. You do have a point.
Will allow us to easily change all those lightings in one convenient panel,
That's
or we
really
can select
cool,
them inside of our outliner here and change the details. Now we have our basic setup. where
Oh, wait. Did it
we
go
hit play,
for... What did I miss?
directional light, you're now going to see it doesn't have that anymore. Now that we have no lighting, we could easily and quickly recreate a basic lighting setup by adding our skylight, atmospheric light, sky atmosphere, volumetric clouds, and height fog. This panel also will allow us to easily change all those lightings in one convenient panel.
Okay.
Or we could select them inside of our outliner
Nice,
here
look.
and change the details. Now we have our basic setup where if we hit play, our characters on our platform, they have a nice sky and atmosphere setup, and they can run around.
They even give you
this is the
freaking skybox. It's like 3 seconds of the video switch back. The whole game is already done. But look, they even give you a freaking skybox. Like, look at the skybox here with volumetric clouds, animated volumetric clouds. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that, my man, but look at that. Look at how they move. Not my butt cheeks. Look at how they fade away. We see it. Yes. Clouds. Yeah. Clouds. Good good news, Quipscore. We already have a skybox. Yeah, clouds. Okay, back to that. Basic noise texture. Yeah, of course, basic noise texture, but you have to make the basic noise texture. I'm not impressed at how it works. I'm impressed that it's already here. And all I had to do was add a skylight. No, actually, I think it's the sky atmosphere. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, well, yeah. It's the sky atmosphere plus the volumetric clouds plus the exponential height fog. So basically, in 3 clicks, I have the full skybox. Then you can change however you want, you can tweak and such, but this does help quite a bit. Obviously, this is Unreal's own system. If you want to do your own, you can do it like you say, like maybe with a noise texture, and you have the volumetric clouds different and such. Seems complicated. Yeah. Well, you went to walk the dogs, so you didn't see what I think I'd rather stick to a cube map. Having never worked on 3D, I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't but I don't know the specifics of working with a cube map. Oh, exactly. Okay, well, if you think it's easier to stick to a cube map, then fair enough. I mean, I've never worked with 3D, so I will trust you there. You have more experience than me. When the skybox is just a huge cube. Oh, okay, then yeah, I had the right idea then. Okay.
Of working with the editor. We've created our own. We could duplicate out into our content browser. Maybe we'll look to our project, multiple items, as you can see on basic level.
Okay.
With the tools available in the editor and what we've just learned, go ahead and take some time.
Okay, so now we need to work with the visuals. We need to learn about the visuals.
For the rest of the course, we're going to be using the sample map that's included in our project. The one that we
an infinite
migrated
cube, okay.
over from our online learning kit. Let's go ahead and find that now. Inside of our EOL content.
Minecraft is fun as a example of cube map because if you've ever been to the end, you can see the seams on the cube. Oh yeah, I've seen those videos.
Folder under maps, we have the map playground. I'm going to go ahead and open it up, and here's our playground map.
Okay.
If we want, we can hit play to play test, and our little orange character drops out. Our character can run around, it has custom controls, it can jump, and when we're done, we can end the playtest. Let's go ahead and look at lighting inside of this level and play with a few different things. First of all, we are using Lumen. It is the global illumination system in Unreal Engine 5 that allows the light and the color of objects to mingle together.
Okay.
So if we're shining a light on a blue item, when that light bounces off the blue item, it's going to be a more blue-looking light, and it's going to show up on the surfaces it bounces onto.
Makes sense. Okay.
It's a great way to get a more realistic look. If we go to Edit, Project Settings, we scroll down to the Rendering section, then we scroll down a little more, we can find Lumen is the dynamic global illumination method. Now, if you find you're having issues with performance, you can go ahead and change it. There's none, screen space, and standalone ray tracing. I'd recommend screen space if
I'm lost. Oh yeah, and rendering. Oh, and lumen in the global illumination. Okay. Global illumination. Okay, yeah, that's lumen.
if you want global illumination, but lumen is too much, or none if you need the most performance. We're going to keep lumen on.
Okay.
Now, when working with lights, let's choose our directional light, and our main settings are going to be our intensity and our light color.
Okay.
Intensity, when it goes up, makes things brighter, and when we drag it down, it makes things darker.
Where's the light?
Now-
Wait a minute. Where's the light? Oh, here. I think it's in light mask settings. No, it's inside light. Oh, I'm in the world settings. Apologies. Here we go. Intensity.
You'll notice we can't really go too or none if you need the most performance. Intensity, when it goes up, makes things brighter, and when we drag it down, it makes things darker. Now you'll notice we can't really go too bright, and when we go darker, it tends to lighten up. This is auto exposure or eye adaptation.
Let's hold up.
We can disable this temporarily by going up to lit, uncheck game settings, and now it's going to lock it to a default value. You can see we can go very bright or very dark.
Where did you click, mate?
Set this
Give me a
by going up
second.
to
In lit?
Uncheck game.
Oh,
If
game
we were to
settings.
go ahead and click on this and adjust its intensity, it's going to whiten out everything.
It isn't there anymore. So
Or
alright.
darken everything. Let's reset that as well. You can also disable your items by clicking the eyeball in the outliner. And you can now see we have a black scene because our directional light,
Okay.
which is like our sun and the majority of our light,
The
was
sun.
disabled, and our skylight, which helps brighten up our shadows, was disabled.
Okay.
So let's actually look at a little bit more of those different types of lights.
Okay.
Like I mentioned, the directional light is more like our sun. It blankets light over everything in one direction. We can adjust the intensity to make it brighter or darker.
You already said that,
And we
dude.
can adjust the light color to give us a nice overall color, tinting everything in our scene.
Do you want to
Let's say
do
for-
like a blood red tinge game wave score for the MVM?
Example, we went with like a green. We can adjust the angle. If we double click on our directional light, we can see our directional light is here. We can change to our rotation and rotate, and our light is going to move. Because we have all of our lights set up together,
Sure, that's
we
my
have
dream.
a sun disk. We can see when I rotate it lower, our lights will change to a different color, and our sun is in a different.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, nothing to nothing to. I can think of the word right now. You get it. Not a breakthrough, really. Oh, look, but it gives you like sunset lighting automatically. Now this is night, obviously. Okay. Okay, well, cool. All right, midday now. It's basically using it as an actual sun.
Location. Let's reset my light color to white. We can get a little bit better effect. You can see as it goes below the horizon, we get a little bit of an orange effect, mimicking more of a natural sunlight effect.
Okay.
We can also hold down the Control and L key, and we'll get a widget, and when we move our mouse, it gives us a little bit more interactive control over
okay.
where our directional light will be. The skylight, when we click on it, this controls our ambience or our bounce lighting.
look,
It's the
okay.
lighting in the shadows. It's the overall general lighting, and it complements our directional light. Let me adjust the light color to something a little more like green or blue. I like blue. You notice now our
I like blue.
floor is white, and the items directly in the path of our sun are white. But the shadows, or the items that
Oh.
are shadowed, now have this blue color. And that's what our skylight gives
Okay.
us, that little shadow color or ambient light.
I
It's
don't
a great
really
way to
see
get
the
a little
use
bit
for
of a
something like
mood
this, but
where your
alright.
directional light can affect
Just shadows will. Well, in all Unity, we're here. It's Unreal to see the times. We go to my. Well, in all Unity, we're here. It's Unreal to see the time, so I go to my bed now. Yeah, okay. I think I got half of that sentence, but that's very good puns. Have fun, my friend. Have fun. Take care.
everything else directly. There are other additional lights. If we go up to our create menu and go to lights, we have
Okay,
other
more
options such as
lights.
point light, spotlight,
Yeah.
and rect light.
Yeah.
Point lights are just a little light that
I
emits
don't
from
want to
a
know where
point
the
in
rect light
space.
has
You
been.
can see here. Spotlights give us the ability to put a light in a direction
Okay,
that comes
yeah.
out in a
All
cone.
stuff I know.
And rect lights give us the ability to make a light that comes out in a rectangle shape. This
Oh,
is
like
great
a
for
LED,
example,
basically.
mimicking like a TV screen or something that has a flat lit surface. Now let's go ahead and look at that
Handy,
auto
though.
exposure. We can go up to our project.
I mean,
setting.
as a 3D tool, this engine it's got a lot of like little neat things. Obviously,
and we can look for auto exposure.
a lot.
And we have the ability to disable it on a project level, so that way our light will be fixed. Or we can add what's known as a post-process volume. Under Create, Volumes, we can find the post-process volume and drag it in. We can look for auto exposure inside of here. Process volume. Under Create, Volumes, we can find the post-process volume and drag it in. We can look for auto exposure inside of here. Under auto exposure, we can go to the metering mode and we'll change this to manual.
Okay.
And if we were to go up to our lit mode and change it back to game settings, we're not really going to see any change.
Wait a minute. Yeah.
Under process volume. Under Create, Volumes,
yeah.
we can find the post-process volume.
I got the
and drag it
post-process
in.
volume, yeah.
We can look for auto exposure inside of here.
Oh, auto exposure.
Under auto exposure, we can go to the metering mode and we'll change this to manual.
Oh, okay.
And if we were to go up to our lit mode and change it back to game settings, we're not really going to see any change. Our post-process volume is a volume. It's a block, it's a cube, and it only affects the things inside of it. We'd have to go ahead and uncheck auto exposure for our search, scroll down, and we're looking for infinite extent unbound. And when we check this, it's now going to go ahead and affect the entire level. We can now find our exposure compensation, and this is where we can adjust this to set it to a fixed level. Maybe we want something like 8. And now we have a fixed value no matter what's going on.
Okay, give me one minute, dude. You're going very fast all of a
sudden. Our post-process volume is a volume. It's a block. And when we check this, things inside of it. We'd have to go ahead and uncheck auto exposure for our search, scroll down, and we're looking for infinite extent unbound. And when we check this, it's now going to go ahead and affect the entire level. We can now find our exposure.
Where is the cube? Where's the processing cube? Post-process volume. There we go. And we need for infinite extent unbound. Okay, right. And then we do. Okay, this is the manual exposure adjustment. So we do like 8.
Compensation, and this is where we can adjust this to set it to a fixed level. Maybe we want something like 8. And now we have a fixed value no matter what's going to happen with our lights.
Okay.
Go back, of course, to like our directional light. We can change its intensity up and down. And our auto exposure is not going to brighten up things that are too dark or darken up things that are too bright.
Okay.
We've now got a fixed auto exposure level. And now you can set your lighting to be the exact way you want, and you don't have to worry about it changing. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a little bit more of a fun little effect by giving ourselves a God ray, or it looks like light shafts coming into our level. But we're going to need something for it to come through. Let's click on one of our walls in our level. We're going to look for window in our content browser.
Okay.
We can find we have a modular window. Now I can drag this window in and I can delete the old one, or we can replace. With the wall selected inside of our viewport and our outliner, and the window selected in our content browser, we can right click on the wall. We can choose replace selected actors with, and then it's going to show us the one we have selected. We click on that and we now have a window where we once had a wall. Let's go ahead and adjust our light. So we'll find our directional light.
Wait a minute.
We click on that and we now have a browser. We can right click on the wall. We can choose replace selected actors with, and then it's going to show us the one we have selected. We click on that and we now have a window where we once had a wall. Let's go ahead and adjust our light. So we'll find our directional light, and I'm going to rotate it.
Oh my lord, give me a moment. Replace selected actors with modular window. Yeah, there we go. Welcome to the painful game dev life. Hi Fish 3010. Lovely to have you here. Yeah, I mean, I've already used Unity for a few projects. I've used Godot for quite a few projects, much bigger than Unity. So Godot is my engine of choice. But I'm going to do a game jam in November with this lovely man here, Frapser, in chat, who might show up soon. And he's asked me to do it in Unreal to do like a 3D game. So I've never worked with Unreal before, so I'm learning this beast right now. It's pretty cool, I'm gonna say, compared to the stuff that I've worked on before. So, show up where? Then you're fine. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not a professional game dev. I'd say I'm more like a hobbyist, not super. I'd say I'm like the beginner to intermediate. Maybe I can definitely do a complete game, start to finish, more than once, but I might do a lot of spaghetti code in the process. Although I try to be clean, so yeah. But yeah, no, this seems pretty cool. To be fair, as like a big 3D tool. And just learning the basics using this little learning platform that Epic has.
So that way,
yeah.
it is.
But thank you for saying hi. By the way, what do you do? What platform do you use? Platform is an engine. What engine do you use? Have you done any games? That kind of stuff. Also, do I see? Oh, no, okay. I thought it was an Undertale profile picture. Would have been great, but
a light shaft coming through. Well, we have a nice long shadow coming in from our light.
Unreal Engine blueprints only. I haven't even seen blueprints yet. I'm just playing around with visuals, but I'm hyped for blueprints because I'm a very visual person myself. I love coding, but I'm a very visual person, so I think I'm gonna like blueprints.
On our directional light, let's look for light shaft.
Wait, what is it doing now?
Well, we have our light. So
see, I get distracted 1 second and it starts talking about shafts. I mean,
directional light. And I'm gonna rotate it.
That's not the kind of video I was. I thought I pressed play on.
A light shaft coming.
Haven't released any game, but working on an ARPG multiplayer demo. Currently working on the itemization system. Oh, cool. Have you? So you're working on the demo right now. So you don't have anything playable at the moment. Well, I'll tell you what. Wait, I'm going to send. If you want to connect, I mean, there are various ways. To be fair, there's my socials. If you want to follow me on socials, not an obligation, of course. Why did it send it twice? Uh-oh. Yeah, it sent it like a bunch of times, I think. And then there's also the Discord. Discord is better if you want to just connect with me and we can just chat. But yeah, why is it sending it twice? Discord. Well, of course I've got the multi-chat. Let me just check YouTube what happened. Yeah, I don't know why it sent the social thing twice. That's weird. And the Discord one twice as well. Oh, there might be something wrong with the bot. Let me just check one thing. Discord. Ah, yes. Okay. I think it runs twice. Yeah, I think I will delete this sub action. I do that instead. Into the community on Discord, and then for the socials, the same thing. Delete that sub action right now. So yeah. Not playable, just debuggable sort of. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I mean, you'll get there. It's it takes time, but you'll get there. Is this your first experience in game dev? Nice one. Thank you for the invite. Joined. Oh, okay. Thank you. You can also connect directly with me if you want. I don't mind new friend requests and such if you feel like you might want to. No obligation, of course, but yeah. But yeah, no, you'll get there. I mean, as I was asking, is it your first time doing game dev, or have you done something else before?
Through. Well, we have a nice long we'll find with, and then it's going to show us the one we have selected.
Okay.
We click on that, and we now have a window where we once had a wall.
window.
Let's go ahead and adjust our light. So we'll find our directional light, and I'm going to rotate it.
Okay.
So that way it is a light shaft coming through. Well, we have a nice long shadow coming in from our light.
Oh, okay.
On our directional light, let's look for light shaft. And we have a few options. We have light shaft occlusion, and we have light shaft bloom. Let's turn on light shaft bloom. Let's go ahead and move our
Yeah, I don't think this
character
does
down.
anything.
And now
Okay.
we can see we have this really
But if I rotate it on the z-axis, yeah, there we go. Ah, nice. Look at that. Look at this. So cool. Such ambient. Oh wait, volumetric light as well from the windows. Oh my lord.
cool bloom effect. Shaft occlusion, and we have light shaft bloom. On our directional
bloom?
light, let's look for light shaft. And we have a few options. We have light shaft occlusion,
Okay.
and we have light shaft bloom.
Oh
Let's turn on light
wow.
shaft bloom. Let's go ahead and move our character down. And now we can see we have this really cool bloom effect.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty cool. Look at this Quiv score. In what 3 seconds, I've created like a light shaft with bloom effect. That's cool. I think in Unity it probably takes you a little longer to do something like this. First time trying to deploy something I've been messing with Unreal Engine for around 4 or 5 years. Oh, nice. So what was it? I'm almost afraid to ask, but was it like tutorial hell? Because I've been there. That's why I ask.
We can see we enable and disable it, and we get a nice little God Ray effect. And our character can run through a level.
Cool. Yeah, nice.
And they have this fun little effect that adds a lot of atmosphere just
It
by changing a
does.
few
It
properties.
really does.
And this is something important to note. There are hundreds of settings and properties available to you on the included items inside the editor. You might be thinking, oh, I need to create something by scratch. I want this really cool effect. How do I do it? When it might already be available to you. And that's why I'd recommend you look at the documentation for specific features you might want.
Yeah, you're going to see how hard the default Unreal build chugs after it's compiled. Those effects are nice and all, but not optimized out of the box. Yeah. And that's my worry, I'll be honest. I know that like out of the box, Unreal Engine is probably going to be optimized like shit. So that is my only worry with all this. It's nice and all, but it's risky. First 1-2 years, yes, because I had no experience with OP concept. Ah, yeah. Object-oriented programming is great. I'm familiar with it. I don't use it as much as I should. I should definitely apply it more.
To try to use rather than recreating.
Well, this is a perfect example. I mean, when I'll start working on this one, I'll go full object-oriented programming. You're gonna help me with that one, Quiv. No, I'm joking. You're gonna be busy doing a lot of other stuff for this thing.
By hand.
But
now the last thing of note.
Yeah, I'm gonna just fully go object-oriented programming for this jam. Let's see what I can, if I can solidify the stuff that I know.
With lighting is the lighting mobility types. I'm gonna go back to my directional light. Let's clear out my search, and at the top we have mobility. We have static, stationary, and movable.
What's
static
mobility?
lighting
What the
is
fuck are you
lighting that
talking
can't
about?
be changed in the game.
Okay.
It is fixed. It's baked out using the light mask baker, and it will never change.
Okay.
But the advantage of it is basically 0% performance hit. It's free performance for your lights. We have stationary. We have
basically 0% performance isn't the same as free performance, my dude. But okay.
For shadows to be changed, but the lighting itself can't change. So keep that in mind. And the performance is between static and movable. And the last one is movable. The colors can be changed dynamically. The shadows can be changed dynamically. Everything is dynamic. You're also going to need movable if you want to use Lumen, because Lumen requires movable for global illumination purposes. So keep these in mind, and depend on your project. For example, a mobile device might want to use static lighting, while a high-end PC may want to use movable.
Okay.
With this, you can see how powerful of a tool lighting can be to control the look and feel of your scene. If you changed any of your lights to stationary or static, remember to build your lighting or put them back to movable.
Okay, next, the big feature of Unreal Engine, working with blueprints. I was hoping I'd get to see them tonight. Let's see how they work.
When we look around our test map, we can see quite a bit of content, including a button.
This is where I will probably flip out and love them or hate them with a passion.
A button.
I think it's gonna be the first one, so it's gonna make me very excited to work on the game in November.
We can see
just
right
so you
here. Now you might be thinking to yourself, "That's cool, but I want 3 buttons. Now I need to make this button 3 different times and set it up 3 different times." But no, With blueprints, you can skip the repetitive part of design and get right to the fun.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and
Right
click
to the
on the
fun.
button.
Okay.
And on the right, we have the edit to click to edit the blueprint. And we'll open up.
Wait a minute. Is this? Edit the blueprint. Yes. Open the blueprint editor. Oh my god. What is this? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, that's cool. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. Interesting. Okay. I guess this video decides whether we stick with Unreal Engine or jump ship before it's too late. Behold, code. I simply love them. I'm winning C++ at all costs and have been successful at doing so for the past years. Yeah, they were telling me on my Discord community, I was asking, or even in the past stream, I was asking, oh yeah, but how exactly does it work? Is it just, what is C++ for? And I don't remember if it was, I think it was you, Quickscore, you told me that, or maybe it was Panda, one of either or. But you guys told me, oh yeah, C++ is basically just used for hard math, or advanced math in a real engine. Whereas you can do everything else basically with blueprints now. So yeah, I mean, that's what makes me excited. I love coding, as I said. I love just writing lines of code. It's therapeutic to me in a way. Cathartic, maybe you could say. But I am very curious about this blueprint-based system because I'm visual and I love working with nodes and such. Let's see what this one does.
Our blueprint graph.
It's good to do very complex loops in C++. I learned to program properly just a couple years ago, doing a course that started with C. Oh yeah, nested loops. There you go. So okay, that makes sense. So yeah, I would apply it for something like that then, and I would know how to do it, I suppose. But I don't know C++. That's the problem. I know it's very similar to C, but I don't know it that well. Never, besides reading some lines of code here and there, I've never.
We're not
really
covering blueprints in detail. We have other courses and documentation on that.
Oh well, thank you.
Take a quick look at what blueprints are going to give to us and make available to us. In the middle here, by default, we have our event graph. This is where our code or blueprint nodes are going to show up. We also have our viewport, which is our visual representation of the items inside of our blueprint.
Okay.
And that's the basics of it. It's a collection of things that are known as components, and then code that may interact with that component.
Okay.
It doesn't have to. You can have things automated. You don't need the blueprint scripting code inside of here. A lot of things can be automated using just components. When we create a blueprint in our project, it's one asset, but we can duplicate it as many times as we want in our level. Each one of those is unique, and they become...
Oh, that's handy. Okay, so it's not just a reference when you duplicate it, it's just unique.
What is known as an instance of that blueprint. This means all of the code and each of the components on those blueprints are considered unique to that instance, and any changes we make to that instance only apply to that one. Blueprints are not the only thing in the engine that can have instances. For example, we can have a material instance that allows us to easily create unique materials. Let's take a look at how we can use blueprints and materials together. Now, I mentioned we might need to duplicate this multiple times if we want 3 different buttons. Let's actually look at how we could easily reuse this.
Okay.
I'm going to drag my button out of my content browser.
Okay, give me a second to drag my button out of my content browser. Where's the... It's here. Oh, come on. Gonna have to do that then. Button. There we go. Where do we put it?
Use my Alt key, and I'm going to duplicate it 3 times. Now, looking at each one of these, they're comprised of different components.
Over
we
here.
can see we have a frame, stack mesh,
I'll put it there.
we have a button, and then we have collision. And our button is made up of a stack mesh and a material.
Give me a second, dude. You're going very fast, which I love, but... Okay, 1, 2, 3.
If we open up this material by double-clicking on it, it will look different. We have a button, and I'm going to duplicate it 3 times.
Which we've done.
Now, looking at each one of these, they're comprised of different components.
Okay.
We can see we have a frame, stack mesh, we have a button, and then we have collision.
Oh,
and our button is made up of a stack mesh and a material. If we open up this material by double-clicking on it, it will look different than what an actual material looks like, because this is a material instance. If we were to scroll down and we look at parent and double-click on it, this is our actual material. We can go in a
Wait
little
a
bit
minute.
farther,
Wait a minute. Where
and
did
we
you
can say
click?
material instance. If we were to scroll down and we look at parent and double click on it, this is
I don't see a parent
our
option.
then
Give
what
me
an
a
actual material looks like, because
Okay.
this is a material instance.
Okay.
If we were to scroll down and we look at
Oh, okay. The tile master. Oh, that's the one. Okay.
parent and double click on it, this is our actual material.
Oh.
We can go in a little bit farther and we can see all the complicated math that comes into making the down.
Oh my
and we look
lord.
at parent and
Okay.
double click on it. This is our actual material. We can go in a little bit farther and we can see all the complicated math that comes into making
Oh
this
god.
material.
Okay. That's.
But what we care about
Yeah, this is shader territory.
is there is an instance of it that has specific settings, such as the color. We
Okay.
can change our color to, let's say, a blue. We'll hit OK.
How did
When we go back out, now
Oh, okay. Okay. So we're hitting the glow, and
you'll
what were
see
you
all of
looking
our
at?
buttons as specific setting. We can see all the complicated math that comes into making this material.
Yeah.
But what we care about is there is an instance of it
Okay.
that has specific settings, such as the color. We can change our color to, let's
Okay,
say,
and the albedo.
a blue.
A
We'll
blue.
hit OK. When we go back out, now you'll see all of our buttons are blue. We didn't have
That's
to change
true.
any code or get into the dirty,
They are
messy
blue.
parts of the material to make it blue. Now,
Look
if
at
we
them.
find this material instance glow, we can click Browse to MI Glow in Content Browser underneath the material. We can find where it's at. You notice it has a little star next to it. That means that we have a change. It hasn't been saved.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to go ahead and open up a material instance glow. I'm going to make this white again because I want my default to be white for my glow, and save
Okay.
it. I can
Okay,
right-click
Fair
and I-
enough. Give me a second. I'm gonna do that too. Let's see if I got it. So we're here. MI glow. Here we are. Can I? Oh, I can do that. I prefer to do that than open new windows. Back to no. To white. Okay.
I can duplicate and open up a material instance glow. I'm going to make
Okay.
this white again because I want my default to be white for my glow, and save it. I can right click and I can duplicate this material instance glow. I'm going to make this white again
Yeah, it would white.
because I want my default to be white for my glow, and
Okay, and we save it from there.
save it. I can right click and I can duplicate this one. I'll duplicate it twice. We're going to change this to glow blue, and we'll change it to glow red. Now
Okay,
if we
we're
go into
gonna
the glow blue by double clicking on it and changing its glow to a blue color,
glow blue.
and
No
then we do the same
bluey.
thing with
No bluey. No bluey. What's bluey? Blue. And then we change it to glow red.
glow red, and we change its glow to a red color.
Okay.
We'll go back inside of our playground, and we have a glow blue, and a glow red. And each of our buttons can have their own setup on the
Okay.
button.
Okay. I think I know where it's going with this. It's probably going to make it so that when we press the button, it's going to become red, and when it's been pressed already, it's going to become blue, and it's going to stay as blue
Under
when it's
glow,
active.
we'll make this one red. And for the next button on the
Never mind. I was I was thinking about something a lot more complex than what this guy is doing. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, we can do that.
button itself, under glow, we'll make this one blue. And now we have 3 different buttons in our world with 3 different colors. But they're all using the same blueprint, so all the code and logic applies to them. They just visually look different by using different instances. And we could easily
That's really nice, I guess. The blueprints are kind of like, well, I don't think we're looking at blueprints. I mean, we are looking at blueprints, yes, but this is just like instances of objects, components inside here. We haven't done any blueprinting necessarily, but I guess that's what they call it. Also, how cool is it that the colors reflect on the metal here? Look at these reflections already baked into this. Cool. Very, very cool stuff. I like it.
add more colors just by
We're gonna do an ultra realistic 3D collectathon quiz score.
duplicating our original instance and changing it to a different color that we like. Now, if we open up our push button blueprint and we go into our event graph, this is our code. And we're going to look at the code at a high level. Code will start somewhere. In this case, we have an event called begin play, and it will go to the right based on our white wires. Our white execute wires say keep going this way, do the next thing, and continue on. In this case, we're simply storing where the button's location is into a variable called starting location. That way, when we animate it, we always know where it goes back to.
Oh, all right.
Down here, we have something called an overlap. So when we walk over our button, we play a timeline, and that's going to go ahead and make our button move up and down.
Okay.
By setting the location over time. That's why when we look at our buttons, when we play and we walk over them, we'll notice the button goes down or the button goes back up.
Yeah, okay.
And that is based on our two different events inside of our blueprint.
It's based on the timeline, though, not on the player's weight.
When we walk over it,
it's an interesting animation there.
Before I mentioned there was another way where you can use
It's using LERP, it's in linear interpolation. Oh no.
Blueprints without code, but still have the components do things. If we were to look
Why
at
isn't
our
Panda here?
Platform here, and we open it up, you'll notice there's no code. But when we play, our platform goes up and down.
Oh.
That is because the component on here, called interp to movement or interpolate movement, is set up to move our platform up and down based on settings inside of the component.
Version 3,
And any changes we make to that instance to change the look of one of the components on our blueprint instances only apply to that one.
Okay.
So that's another strength of blueprints. We have the ability to add functionality to our project in a visual way, and a lot of the time without actually getting into code. It's more of just setting some things.
Okay, pretty cool, I'll say. Now, packaging for sharing, I mean, I'll see it very quickly, but I mean, it's going to be pretty self-explanatory.
After learning the basics of the editor, share with others.
Yeah.
Now, if we attempt to do this, we're going to run into an error
the SDK
for Windows.
We don't need this tutorial QuivScore. We're gonna work it out 10 minutes before the deadline.
Let's hit cancel. Go back up to platforms. All of our different
I mean, I don't think it's worth it looking at it now. I will forget in 2 months' time.
Platforms to us. If I wanted to target Android, I'd have to install the platform.
Oh yeah, the SDKs.
Now
we
can go back to platforms. It's going to start packaging your project. It may take a little bit of time. The packaging is complete.
Classic export stuff, though.
For my first hour, executable. We have the ability to change the different rendering types.
Change the different types
inside of this list, so that way they're packaged out. If you don't do this,
what's the game jam about? Good question. The theme is optional, but it's a Metroidvania month. So it's a game jam that lasts a full month to build a Metroidvania within those 4 weeks. And it's just me and this kind gentleman here, QuivScore, who is also known as Frapsurer. For the most part, we're going to keep it very small. This is going to be the two of us. Maybe I was thinking about contacting a level designer that I know. And we need a composer. So that's 4 people max, but I think it's going to be 3. I think it's going to be just me, him, and the musician. I believe QuivScore, you wanted to do a collectathon, like a 3D old school platformer with kind of collectibles and exploration and such. Just kind of give it a Metroidvania flavor. I feel like that's what you wanted to do in 3D. It's going to be interesting to do a 3D Metroidvania, but I mean, I don't think it's going to be as too difficult conceptually. I'm thinking, I mean, Dark Souls, a lot of people consider it a Metroidvania, and it's 3D. 3D but side view. That's not a bad idea. That's actually a pretty neat idea. I didn't think about it. It could be made in a reel, but side view. Well, I don't know. I don't know what QuivScore's idea was. He was the one who told me, oh yeah, there's this jam. Do you want to do it? And I'm like, okay, sure. After thinking about it very carefully for about a week. Because I did another game jam this year already. It was the Game Maker's Toolkit game jam. But yeah, 3D but side view could be cool. It would be a nice way for me to hack playing... to hack working with 2D while we're doing 3D. It might make things more manageable though, actually, because we don't have to play with like, well, we have to play with maps, but not like with 3D, fully immersive 3D maps. So yeah, I'll consider that, but we'll have to see. So the theme hasn't been announced yet. I believe it will be announced at the start of the jam, but also know that the theme is optional. So we don't have to follow the theme necessarily. We can just do whatever game we want. I do like the idea of following the theme though, I'll be honest. I feel like it gives me like some creative constraints and that we have to stick to, and instead of giving us too much freedom, and then we kind of lose sight of things, or maybe scope creep is easier to get in and show up and whatnot. So yeah, but we'll see. For now, it's all preparation. I had never touched Unreal Engine before, so I'm starting to play around with it now. I'll do a few things here, and then I feel like kind of work it out. I've played around with engines before.
Or you find maps missing in your package project. This is probably why. Additionally, while you're in here, if you go down, you'll have a platform section that's used for your game once it's packaged.
Oh yeah, we're gonna need an icon.
But this is
gonna need an editor splash, a game splash. No, we don't need the splash screen for the editor, but for the game,
this is
maybe.
also where you'll change. And now the last thing we want to do is add the ability for our character to quit by pushing one of the keys on our keyboard rather than having to close it out the hard way. If we go into our EOL content folder, characters, bot, we can find the BP_bot. I'll go ahead and double click to open it up, and we'll look at this. Now inside of our blueprint, we can see the way the input is set up.
Ooh.
We use an enhanced.
Pretty simple too. Like it's just, you know, movement for this robot is not overly complicated. I mean, it doesn't need to do a lot of actions, but I guess it's so event possessed, new controller, object cast failed. All these things, obviously, I have no idea what they mean. Mapping context, input mapping context object reference, a set of key to action mappings to apply to this player. Oh right, okay. So that's the third person controls. And then there's the update the camera, which in delta seconds obviously was targets self, so it targets the bot. And then here's input movement and turning. So if it's triggered, okay. Turning is probably input jump and jetpack. When walking to a regular jump when in air start the jetpack. Jetpack can only be used once until character lands again. Jump. Half mesh walking. Stop jumping. Character movement. This is fascinating. I don't understand anything, but it's fascinating.
Input system using mapping context and input actions.
Okay.
This might take a little bit of time to set up. We have another way of doing this. It's a little bit more of a quick and dirty way, but we're just going to test and see if our quit function works, which Blueprint excels at. Find an open space in your Blueprint.
Okay,
we can right-click on it, and we can type Q keyboard.
Oh.
And what this is going to do is search and...
Hello? Who's someone's followed. Let me just check the... Yeah, where's my activity thing? Wait a minute. Where's my stream activity? I've got the YouTube live control panel. I don't have an activity doc. Oh well, I suppose it's you, Nacho. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you follow the channel on Twitch. Hi, nice to have you here. Nice to have you here, my friend. How you doing? It's my first time playing around with the Unreal Engine. I've played with engines before. Godot is my engine of choice usually, but I'm gonna try this one for a game jam in November. So doing good, and yeah, all good. Nice to have you here. And am I right in seeing? Yeah, I see a hornet icon next to your name. Well done. Nice to have you here. Are you playing Silksong? Have you finished it? No spoilers, because I just got to the beginning of Act 2. But yeah, it's I'm enjoying it so far. Actually, I haven't played yet. Okay. Well, but still good that you have Hornet over there. I do recommend it. It's a really, really good game. I think so far I'm not quite sure which one I prefer between Silksong and Hollow Knight. I think they are slightly different in their own ways. Like movement between Hornet and the Knight is quite different. So they play a lot differently. Twitch gives it to you when you watch and subscribe on a channel playing Silk. So I didn't know that. I did not know that. I need to watch and subscribe a channel playing Silksong. But yeah, no, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the game. I have a banana too. Oh, that's cute. Going bananas. How did you get that one though? I'm almost afraid to ask.
Find the Q keyboard event. We can click on that, and now we have a Q node that when we press it or release it, something will happen. Drag off of the pressed and let go, and it's going to now ask us
wait. How did he add that node? No, the banana. yeah, that's all right. It's all right.
Click on it.
It's a cool icon though. This was a vendor you need to do clips. I don't know. Oh, okay, maybe. Yeah, but possibly. I don't know. I don't have those special icons. It's the first time I see like a special icon like that. Obviously, I know there's like the identities in chat, like I don't know, the mod icon and whatnot, and the prime crown and such. In terms of those icons, I don't think I've ever had one. But now I want the Hornet one.
And we can type Q keyboard. Test and see if our quit function works. Which Blueprint.
Got it. You're new on Twitch? Yes. I mean, I would. Yeah, I guess I'm new on Twitch. I've started doing like a podcast about indie game development, and that was 3 years ago. But when it comes to streaming, I've just taken it more seriously in the past 1 to 2 months. It's going well so far. I've got some people who come and say hi on YouTube all the time, and now I mean I've got someone on Twitch as well following me. Every now and then they're here. It's going nicely. I mean, got to start somewhere, I guess. But I will really invest a lot of time in the YouTube channel. Oh, thank you. Oh wait, let me just send you. I'll go on the. Yeah, I'll do this. Let me just send you all my links to my socials from the Twitch chat. Social. There you go. Thank you for wanting to follow my YouTube channel. That's lovely. I don't think it worked. Yeah, I don't think it worked. I'll just send you the YouTube link. I saw the links below your video. Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, I'm going to do a few long form videos. I want to get into like very cool essay territory and such. Oh, it worked on YouTube on the other hand. It just send the links on YouTube. I don't know why. But yeah. Oh, I think I know why. Because the bot gets the thing. Maybe you need to give mod to the bot. No. The bot is definitely set up. I think the problem is the it gets the message across all platforms. I got like a multi-chat bot. It's Streamer Bot. You might know it if you stream as well. But I've got this bot here, and whenever I send a message to a platform, it grabs it everywhere. So I sent it to YouTube. I sent it to Twitch, but it grabbed the command and sent it on YouTube as well. So yeah, I had to disable it for Twitch because it would send it twice. It's just weird. I have to play around with it and just make sure it doesn't mess up on and send things twice. But yeah, so well, you found the links anyway, so it's totally fine. But yeah, so yeah, I'm planning to. Oh no, I don't want to close Streamer Bot. So yeah, I'm planning to do like some cool like essay style videos soon and such. There's one coming out very soon. I'm not gonna spoil what it is about, but it's going to be there. I'm aiming for the 9th of October, but it might be the week after. I don't know yet. But getting there.
Excel's out.
So yeah, and right now I'm trying to learn this monstrosity, which is Unreal Engine, and it's actually pretty cool. I'm enjoying it so far. I haven't done any complicated stuff yet. I've just done like some basics with blueprints and whatnot. But yeah,
find an open space in your blueprint. We can right click on it, and we can type Q keyboard. And what this is going to do is search and find the Q keyboard event. We can click on that.
I don't know how game devs work. I'm here just for curiosity. It's really, really cool. I don't know if you've ever used an engine before. This is probably not the most intuitive one to start from. I realize there's a lot of stuff on screen. Usually I use Godot, which is it's still an engine, so it's difficult in its own way, but it's a little bit more not even straightforward. It's a little bit more intuitive and a little bit cleaner than whatever you see here right now, which is a huge mess. But game dev is a very fascinating discipline. I'm not a professional game dev. I'm a hobbyist, and I have a lot of fun doing games. Yeah. But I play games as well. Like for the rest of the week, on Thursday, I'm going to play Lies of P, the DLC, and I'm going to play it again on Saturday. And I think I'm going to finish it. And when I finish it, I'm going to move on to something else. So I don't just do game dev. I do just a bunch of games as well. I did Silksong on release date, but then I didn't play it on stream anymore. I didn't want it, because I know that like my community was wanting to play it. So I didn't want my very small viewer community was wanted to play it. So I didn't want to spoil it for them. I didn't want to necessarily play it on stream either. So yeah, but I do play indie games mostly, and do some game dev every now and then. So yeah, hopefully, if I keep going this way, you're in for a treat. So let's see.
And now we have a Q node, Q keyboard.
Q keyboard.
What
okay,
this is going to do is search and find the Q keyboard event. We can click on that, and now we have a Q node. Okay. When we press it or release it, something will happen.
Release.
Drag off of the pressed and let go. It's going to now ask us what we want to do. Type in quit. We now have game, quit game.
Okay.
We can move these and organize a little better. And now whenever the Q key is pressed, this wire will execute and call quit game.
Oh, very simple. Yeah,
that's all we need to do to quickly quit out. Compile and save your blueprint. Let's go back in and we'll package this one more time for Windows.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not gonna do the packaging thing. Very nice, very nice. I'm glad to click on your stream. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much, my friend. Yeah, lovely to have you here. By the way, yeah, always lovely to get a new follow. But you seem very, very nice as well. Very friendly too. So yeah, that's lovely indeed. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this stream. The rest of the stream, which is not gonna last much longer. I wanted to stop at 10. And I've gone through all the tutorials for this section, but maybe I'll try a little something else for another 15 minutes or so, and then we'll see. Still from Unreal Engine, of course. And then we'll see from there. But yeah,
we'll put it in the same location as before, and let it package out. Now that our project has finished packaging, we can go and run
maybe sometimes I'm not a native. Oh, don't worry, I'm not a native either. I'm Italian, native Italian. I moved to the UK about 8 years ago now. I'm based in London, and I live here, but my native language is something else. I understand your pains completely. Yes, absolutely. I understand your pains fully. So yeah, where are you from, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, obviously, feel free to not say if you're not comfortable.
New executable. This time we should end up in the proper map. We can run around like we expect, and when we push the
Brazilian. Oh, cool. Keyboard. Yeah, I've got a Portuguese. Well, apart from having a Portuguese girlfriend, she's the sweetest girl in the whole planet. I've got some Brazilian friends, but there's a Portuguese streamer who follows me as well. Maybe he might pop up here and there at some point, but he's got he streams on TikTok. He's trying to get into game development as well. He found me with a little semi-viral clip of Silksong where I explained that Sherma is actually a boy, and people didn't know.
It's going to quit out. Okay, all that works great. Now if we wanted, we could share this with someone else. All of these files here are executable, and our folders are required to share with someone else.
That's really cool. I didn't know Sherma was a boy, honestly. I thought he was a little girl, and a very passionate little girl that loved to sing. But no, he's a boy, and he's the cutest little thing ever. Obviously in Silksong, I don't know if you've got the Silksong, the Hornet icon. I suppose you've seen the beginning at least, and that's where Sherma shows up. But he's an NPC basically. So yeah.
On Windows, you could select those files, right-click, send to a compressed folder, and then you could send this compressed folder to your friend or someone else.
To your friend.
Play your game.
Quipscore, I'm going to package up this little tutorial game. I'm gonna send it to you. Are you ready? Gonna just put together a zip and I'm gonna send it on Discord. But yeah. Okay, well,
in addition,
I suppose
while we
this
were playing,
is
originally, we had the ability to open up our development console to quit out. You have the option to package as a different type.
Oh, you can also
Default settings is development, more for shipping purposes. Remove our developer
That's cool,
console
okay.
and remove any of our test debug nodes, such as the print string. And that right there is the basics of packaging your project and sharing it with other people.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so we've completed the first hour in Unreal Engine 5.2, and it only took us, 3 hours of stream so to do the first hour. It's fine. I stopped and started it so many times. Also, we had that little issue with the encoder at some point, so.
We've gone through it, and we touched on the
Oh, no, this is a recap. I don't care about the
assets given to
recap.
you. Epic Online Learning Team.
Okay, well, thank you for the course. Right. So that's first course done. I've got the basics. I think I've got the basics down. Here, we've got another tutorial, which is your first game in Unreal Engine 5, and it just crashed. Damn it. Your first game in Unreal Engine 5. Oh, it's a 1 hour tutorial altogether. It's not structured like that. Okay. The source files used this tutorial and a zip file in the StackoBot project. Okay, so what are we going to do on this one? Please be aware when you're already creating. No. But we're going to do our first game. Practical in-editor demo, making a game from scratch, highlighting Unreal Engine 5 features. Show how fast you can create a game leveraging new and established features of the engine. Okay. Well, I'm going to skim through it. Maybe do the first, 15 minutes. I'll get to a point that is still exciting, and then maybe next week we can keep going. I'm gonna use you guys as my tutorial field because otherwise I will have absolutely no time to look into all of this stuff on my own right now. But yeah, and then there's another one which is begin play. This is like a learning path or something. So here you basically. It's a series of videos designed for experienced developers who are transitioning from other engines like Unity to Unreal Engine 5. So I suppose I could be qualified as a experienced developer because I've used engines in the past. I've published 3 Jam games. Don't know. But we have here it shows you the engine structure, then programming, high level overview, getting started. There's like 11 videos here. I don't know how long they are, but it's an interesting learning path. I suppose we could do this whole thing on stream over time, up until November, here and there. Let me just see how they're structured. Okay, so they're basically just videos, single videos, and you follow them.
Welcome to.
They're about 20 minutes each, so I think we can definitely finish it on stream, here and there. So yeah, but the first game does intrigue me though. Let's see. So we need to download this file. StackoBot. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's very cute. Look at that. Is that fire effect? No, that's leaves, I think. There's like little platforming and such. Yeah, this is the style of the kind of collectathon that you wanted to do, Quipscore. Kind of reminds me of that. Look at that. There's Unreal Engine coins. Engine coins, potentially upgrades and powers, like you can probably move things around. That's cool though. I'm gonna add it to my library. What do you mean sign into Epic Games? Pog. Yeah. Oh yeah, in the meantime, Natsu. I don't know how to pronounce your name, sorry. But Natsui? Natsu? I have no idea. You're gonna have to tell me how. But I've also got one of my other community members, Quipscore, also known as Frapser, over on YouTube. You can call me just Nat. Okay, Nat is fine. Yeah, I've got Quipscore over on YouTube, so sometimes I might respond to him as well. But you can't see him because I don't have the multi-chat on screen. And by the way, I've learned that like Twitch isn't very happy when you show the multi-chat on stream from other platforms. So maybe I shouldn't enable it at all. Ah, well. So we're in Fab. It's called StackoBot. So let's go into here. We've closed this little project here. We don't need it. I would even argue that we can delete this, but it also probably like occupies a lot of space. But let's go into the Fab tab, and we'll go into the StackoBot. There we go, StackoBot. Add to my library. Read and agree. I would definitely not like to receive news, surveys, and special offers. Oh, hi, Nat. Hi on YouTube as well. Neither I know how to pronounce my own name. Yeah, that's the problem with a lot of like usernames, especially if they're very old. Nice to have you over here on YouTube as well. Hello. Quickscope was all alone there. At least you're keeping company. Although, you know, it says that I've got like 5 people in chat right now. They're just maybe very shy. They're not talking. Hello, YouTube community. Yeah. Right, so I've got the StackoBot. Let's see the first like 5 minutes or so of this. And as I said, I want to skim through.
My name is Andreas, and in
Hello,
this
Andreas.
video I will show you how to start creating a small game from scratch in Unreal Engine 5.
All right.
We will use some of the latest features, but also established workflows from previous versions.
Please blink, Andreas. You definitely need to.
We will build a small top-down game and import static meshes, textures, building materials,
this is cool. We're gonna do a top-down game.
Skeletal meshes and animations, and build a small interactive system and do a little bit of polish at the end. So let's start by creating a new project. When you open Unreal Engine 5,
okay, well, I know the step. It's fine. We do that. Now the problem is, it's not super big. It's just also what she said. By the way, remember to claim the free for the month asset on Fab periodically. Not sure how often they change. Oh, thank you, Fish. That's a good point. I might use it. Limited time free. There we go. Sci-fi environment. Normally $44.79. Adventure characters. A modular rural cabin. Okay. Add to cart. They're all free, aren't they? So yeah, I'm gonna just add them to cart. Might not use them, but personal. Professional. No, we definitely don't have over 100,000 of revenue. Add to cart. And add to cart. There we go. Now we go into the cart and we check out. I hope it doesn't show some sensitive data here. Well, it might actually. Wait a minute. Okay, no, it was actually safe. It's fine. It's fine. It definitely did not want to leak my address on stream. Okay, we're good. Oh, we got these now. Cool. Sci-fi environment, the orb. I didn't even see what they are about, but I just grabbed them because they're free. Oh, well, this is pretty cool. Could do some nice Lovecraftian game out of this. And actually do it decently, because usual Lovecraftian games are, for some reason, I haven't found a Lovecraftian game that is actually decent recently. Or, well, maybe rather, they are kind of decent, but they always fall short on one thing or another. Okay, these are character adventure packs, dismembered as well, from what I can see. Also, keep in mind, I'm more used to working on with 2D than 3D, so... Oh, this is a nice little modular cabin pack. Here's a wild idea, Quivscore. We use this one, we blow it up, and I don't think it's possible, but we use like tiny characters in this house. That's the collectathon. That gives me a bit of an Unravel vibe, though, or Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet is such a masterpiece, though. I would not mind that at all. So we've got the StackoBot, and I think we've added it now. Yeah, StackoBot has been added to our library. There we go. So now we just have to not go into the store. We have to go into the Unreal Engine tab. Okay. Unreal Engine tab, and we have to start a new project. create a new project. So remember how to do that. We'll find out.
With the new templates and animations and build a small interactive system and do a little bit of polish at the end.
Okay.
So let's start by creating a new project. When you open Unreal Engine 5,
Oh, great.
it
This is
presents you
okay.
with
This
the new
expands a lot
templates
better
you
now.
can start with. So they contain new mannequin, Manny, and Quinn. But in our case, we will start with a blank project and just call that 5. Importing skeletal meshes.
Let's see the first 10 minutes or so, and then we'll call it a day. I think it's going to be a decent
and
end of
animations
the
and
stream.
build a small interactive system and do a little bit of polish at the end. So let's start by creating a new project. When you open Unreal Engine 5, it presents you with the new templates you can start with. So they contain new mannequin, Manny, and Quinn. But in our case, we will start with a blank project and just call that first game. Everything we are building here, I do in real time. And when I speed up time, I will tell you. Sure, it's recorded.
What did it
But
call
in
it?
our case, we will start with a blank
it's
project
irrelevant.
and just call that first game.
First
Everything
game.
we are building here, I do in real time. And when I speed up time, I will tell you. Sure,
Okay.
it's recorded in pieces to create a better flow so you can follow. I'm using the assets from a StackoBot sample project you can download from the marketplace. So here we are, and when you have the project open the first time, you can see this new map here, which is already set to word partition and has a pretty nice real-time lighting setup.
Nice.
But in our case, let's start a new map, and we don't use the existing ones, but we just do a completely empty level. Before we start, let's go
Okay, so what did
through
you say?
lighting setup. But in our case, let's start a new map, and we don't use
Okay.
the existing ones, but we just do a completely empty level.
Empty level. Okay. We're going to do
Before
an
we
empty
start,
level.
let's go through the new UI. Here's a viewport with our scene, and here's the
Okay.
outliner listing all things
Okay.
of our scene. Below are the details of what we have selected.
Okay.
Up here are different modes like select, lens,
I'll be honest, in 1.30 minutes, this guy Andreas is already explained Unreal Engine to me much better than the previous one. No shade to Matthew, I think that was his name, but I feel like this is a lot more concise. I should have started with this one, really.
escape, and foliage that we can use later. This is the create menu with all kinds of actors we can place, and the green button starts your game. The view modes and show flags allow us to investigate our scene. Down here is a content drawer with a folder structure of our
Great.
game that you can also open up with Control Space in all editors. With F10 you can toggle the sidebar. Let's bring in our first actor. We could navigate through the menu or just start typing. Let's select the simple sphere. Here it is, even if we
Sphere.
can't see it. It's in the outliner, and also in
It's
the
in the
details panel you
outline.
see the properties. When we switch the view mode to unlit, we can see it there. So let's make some light. We will use the
Okay.
environmental light mixer to fastly set up some lights. By creating directional light, you can now begin to see the sphere. We can directly change the values like the intensity, and with Control L, we can change the angle of our
Where was the environment light mixer?
to fastly
Oh, in window. Okay. I know, he's going quite fast now. All right.
set up some lights. By creating directional light, you can now
Directional
begin
light.
to see the sphere. We can directly change the values like the intensity, and with
Okay.
Control L,
Yeah, I
we
remember
can
that.
change the angle of our light so it comes a little bit from the front. This is real-time lighting by default. In the project settings under rendering, you can find the settings. New projects use the new global illumination system Lumen.
Rendering.
So let's add some
Okay,
more.
well, I
An
know that.
atmospheric skylight, a sky and atmosphere, the new volumetric clouds, and a height fog.
Okay, so we go back into the environment light mixer and we add all of that.
We
he
also
added
want-
the sky, added the whole thing, I think. The whole
So
package.
let's add some more. An atmospheric skylight, a sky and atmosphere,
Light,
the new
atmosphere.
volumetric clouds, and a height fog.
And a high fog.
We
Okay,
also
we got
want
everything.
our atmosphere light fully
Here's a quick score. I mean, it took me 4 clicks to create this whole thing. And then they all have their own settings. I suppose the cube the cube mesh, not mesh, well, I don't remember what you called it. I suppose the cube sky box that you mentioned is maybe easier to set up. Like you can just draw it however you want. But I think maybe every time you have to redraw the cube, or you have to rework the cube. Here you can granularly control, like for example, the height fog. Like I can change a bunch of settings on the height fog here without having to redo the cube from scratch. Possibly in Blender or whatever you do, wherever you paint textures, which is probably not Blender to be fair.
real time. So we check real time capture in the
I guess there are 2 different approaches, but yeah, we'll see what happens next in a few months.
skylight. The actors got all spawned at 000 in the world and are a bit hidden. So let's line them up a bit so we have a cleaner scene and don't lose the overview.
Okay.
What we also can do is creating folders in the outliner.
Oh, that's nice. Look at that.
And move our actors for the light setup in there. Projects can vary.
So, well, I don't think it matters. I don't think the order matters over here. It's just more like organizational purpose. But I guess the hype fog is here. Then we got the sky atmosphere, which is there. Directional light, which is all the way at the top. Then the volumetric clouds. I mean, I suppose the volumetric clouds are supposed to be over here. Like, yeah, they're at the very top. The fog should be at the bottom, like at least logically, you know. But all right. Also, why is the skylight so big compared to all the other icons? I don't mind. It's cute. It's nice though. I like this setup here with the. This is a neat thing actually. I like these lights over here just stacked, and everyone has a different icon instead of having to click on a random point, and hoping you grab the thing that you need. That's not bad.
Get very messy, and some housekeeping from the start can go a long way.
Ah, yeah, that's a good point.
Let's save our map. Again, let's keep it clean. So we want to do a new folder, calling it maps, and save our map as Valley.
Oh, not the sphere though. The sphere can go.
When we now take a look,
so what did he do?
To a new folder, calling it maps, and save our map as Valley.
Is what?
We want to do a new folder, calling it maps, and save our map as Valley.
Oh, Valley, okay.
When we now take a look in the content drawer, you find this folder structure. Now we want to bring in our first
I wrote Valley, not Valley. 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 Let's go. Okay, yes.
In the content drawer, we will create a new folder and call it props. That will contain our meshes, materials, and textures.
Inside the map?
Pressing import, let me choose an asset I want to bring into the engine. SMCreate is an FBX that was created in Blender, but you can use contain our meshes, materials, and textures. Pressing import, let me choose an asset I want to bring into the engine.
Okay.
SMCreate is an FBX that was created in Blender, but you can use any DCC tool or get them online like from Sketchweb. We don't change any defaults, and we want to create the materials. After FBX, and call it props. That will contain our meshes, materials, and textures. Pressing import, let me choose an asset I want to bring into the engine. SMCreate is an FBX.
The biggest problem with my name is that every time the guy in the video says maps and it's a nat.
That was created in Blender, but you can use any DCC tool or get them online like from Sketchweb. We don't change any defaults, and we want to create the materials. After pressing import, our static mesh got added, as well as the 3 materials this FBX uses.
Okay.
With double click, we open this mesh in an own editor.
Yeah, but
let's dock it up here. On the upper left, you find some numbers about the mesh, and the details contain 3 material slots. This button leads to the location of the asset. Let's open the material editor. On the upper left, there's a preview. Below our details, most space takes the material.
We're not building anything right now. It's just telling me how to work with materials.
Big output 3 materials. With double click, we open this mesh in an own editor. Let's dock it up here. On the upper left, you find some numbers about the mesh, and the details contain 3 material slots. This button leads to the location of the asset. Let's open the material editor. On the upper left is a preview. Below our details, most space takes the material graph, where we find this big output node where we can connect nodes to. For example, this one is color we can change.
Okay.
When we hit apply, we can see the result on our mesh. We can zoom in a bit to see how the material is looking from different angles.
Yeah, of course.
Let's go back and improve this a bit. When holding 1 and doing a left click, you can create a node with 1 value. We can connect this to roughness of the material, and the preview is immediately updated. Hit apply again to see how this glossiness looks on the crate.
It's glossy plastic.
Let's make it more interesting by importing textures. So we can import 2 textures here, grayscale grunge texture and a normal. So once this is imported, we will find it in the content drawer and can drag
the normal map as well,
connect
obviously,
that to the output pin. So when we zoom in a bit, we see this nice little bumps here on this material.
The bumps.
Which we can also witness on the crate if we want. So let's go back and do one last touch until this plastic is done. Let's bring in the crunch texture, and instead of using a fixed value, we use this for the roughness, which gives us this look that it's a little bit touched, which is quite nice. So here we go. This is our plastic material. So let's go to the next one.
Nice. Very clever. Okay.
So next up is metal. Let's open up this material.
I mean, to me, this feels very clever, but keep in mind, I don't work with 3D. This is probably super basic shit.
The thing we want to do is changing the color a little bit. So let's double click here and make that a little bit lighter. Next, we hold 1 again and left click to create a scalar and put that into metallic and change that to 1. Now we have a metal ball.
All right.
So we do this again now with 0 for the roughness. Okay. So we have this really shiny thing. Let's take a look how that looks like on the crate.
Chrome.
That's
nice.
Little
chrome crate.
So again, let's make this a little bit more interesting by including some textures we prepared.
Yeah, okay. So fair enough. It's just like a node-based system where you connect like variables to, or parameter, or whatever, components to different bits of the material. That's
but
really
we will
cool.
do something slightly different. This time again, we drop in the normal and connect that to the normal output.
Map here.
But if we take a look at that ball, it's a little bit too noisy for our taste.
A little bit too noisy.
So
you're right, my friend.
We do right click and then we look for something called texture coordinates, which gives us access to the UV tiling.
Oh
so when
god,
we connect
yeah,
that
this
to
is
the UVs and then changing the values to, for example, 5.
Yeah, this is
5,
3D art. I've got no idea what he's talking about here.
That's nice. So let's take a look how that looks on our crate. That's cool.
I know the UV map and tiling and such as general terms, but for that you might have to help me with Square when it comes to it.
Let's go to the roughness again, and this time we will bring in the texture we prepared, but instead of using the RGB channel, we only use the red channel. So you can store different information on different channels in a texture. And this is our end result. Nice.
That's nice, okay.
In the middle, we want to do something like carbon, but a simple setup. Before we do, I want to show you something on the mesh. Here you can check the vertex color of your mesh. We painted some gray values onto the mesh, which we can now use in the material. Let's open up the last material.
Okay.
And again, we start with importing 2 textures. And again, one is a normal and one is this time one we use for the base color. Let's take a look on the normal for a second, which opens a new editor. Unreal identifies this as normal automatically and sets up the values it's needing. So we have nothing to do here, which is nice. Let's go back to the material and now drag both of those in.
Obviously, like I get how to connect everything. It's just how these things were done in the first place. Like I know how I think I played around with Blender once and I did the thing that everybody does, which is doing the donut. And I was having a lot of fun, but it's such a time-consuming process that I just never touched it again. So I know the basics of like, normal maps and UV maps and UV tiling and all of these things. But been 1, so long. 2, I have no idea how to make them to such a high level, complex level. And well, not super high, obviously, but it's like how to make a material from start to finish, also with all those like interwoven textures that it just showed. And so I get the principle of connecting things together. So I feel like I would be able to connect a texture to a material and make it look interesting if I have all the elements first. If I had to create everything from scratch, not a chance. The little eye emoji.
First, we add normal. Again, not the tiling we want. So
yeah, it's a little bit too much. It looks like one of those medical balls, or even a volleyball.
This time,
but with
we will
more
get much closer to what we are looking for.
Ah, there you go. Okay.
Now let's use the grayscale texture for the base color. When we directly plug this in, we can see that we have the same tiling issue as for the normal map. So let's just connect our texture coordinate as well with the UVs for
Oh, so
these
twice, okay.
grayscale texture.
And you give it the same
Nice.
coordinates so they are aligned. Okay, fair enough.
When we now hit apply and go to our crate, we can see that this fits very well. Now let's use this vertex color I've shown before. We do a right
This to
click
me
and
is
search
so
for vertex
fascinating.
color to get that input node. When we multiply this now with our texture output and connect that to the base color.
So it said that I have it in my library, like the games. It said that I have in my library now the thingy there. It's in Fab, I think. My library, here we go. And I've got the static Obot. I think I have to add it to project name. No, I don't want to create a project. I want to connect it to a project. For target. Oh, and I need to create a project with this? Right, okay, fair enough. How do I find it though? Maybe there's a report. I don't think. I think I have to create a project from scratch here. We'll have to see.
We will now
just let me skim through. We are 9 minutes and 10. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we're here. Sometimes I love to open Blender just to use the pixel art add-on. You said that you use Godot, so I imagine you use pixel art stuff. I don't know how game dev works at all. Yeah, I love I love Godot. I do a lot of pixel art with it. Maybe learn about Blender a little bit more. We can use Blender to do pixel arts too. I've never tried to use Blender for pixel arts. I do. I use no, it's not pixel. Got it on Steam. Give me a second. No app. It's the one that everybody uses. I can remember the name. When did I use Godot last time? That was there, so it must be around here. Sprite. There you go. I use Sprite for pixel art. It works really well for me, but I've never used Blender for pixel art. I should look into it. It's more simple to do pixel art there since that I don't have knowledge about pixel art too. You know what? Let me look it up. Blender pixel art. How do we pixel art in Blender?
Hello and welcome into the color, and that will create this really nice lighting for me.
I mean, I feel like Blender is a 3D modeling program, so you're kind of going out of your way to make it work in pixel art.
So this is going to be a little bit this here. And what this is doing is it basically converts all the color information of the shader into color information shader.
I see. So basically, you're working with
like
3D models and you're converting them into pixel art. Well, that's clever. That's really nice.
Tab on the shader at 7.5, a mapping node, and drop it here.
Obviously, it's going to be like super low res because of pixel art in the viewport, but
just the angle.
Yeah, well, it's worth looking into, definitely. I don't know this way, but I use a plugin. Okay. Well, it's worth looking into for me, I guess.
So after saving that, we can very high.
Are we? So he did like a crate, but like
foliage tool. Here we can add foliage as
foliage and such,
landscape,
but like,
and we then we
did a lot of like material work here.
And the upper left, we can move it around and rotate it to. We will.
I guess like okay, let's see. In first game in UE5 source.zip. Where's the source.zip? Did I miss the source.zip? Oh, project files. Oh, damn it. Well, Stackabot on the marketplace. Oh, okay, but like, and a zip file in the Stackabot. Oh, in a zip file in the Stackabot project. So I have to open the Stackabot project to access the files. Feels a little. Oh no. Feels a little convoluted, but okay. Unless I can find where it stands in my stuff. I really want to avoid creating a project just for, well, okay, let's just do it. Whatever, create. Oh, you have to create a project because it downloads it when you create something from the library. Well, I guess it makes sense. you open assets as projects and then you just migrate them. It's getting late though. I'll play around with this little box and then we'll see. Okay, I think we have the project now. Stackobot. There we go. So we open that. It says there's a zip file. First game in UE5 source zip, which we can then migrate to the other one. Let's see. Stackobot. Here we are. Welcome to the Stackobot sample. Great starting point for developers new to Unreal Engine. It's on a YouTube link here. I don't want to annoy you. It's just a video about the pixel and blend. It's beautiful and feels. I don't think you can because it filters out links automatically. But feel free to send it on DM to me on Discord. I mean, it's fine. It's an interesting video anyway. You're not annoying me if it's considering it's something I was personally interested in. So yeah, don't worry about that. Where the hell is this zip now? Zip. No. Let me see. There's first game. No. I feel like he's making fun of me, this guy. The source files are in a zip file in the Stackobot project. Okay, so there should be a zip file in the Stackobot project somewhere. If I try to import it from Unreal Projects, Stackobot, content, collection, devcon, assets, no. Developers, oh, that's me. Nope. Flash, no, that's splash screens. Stackobot, blueprints, characters, environment, input, maps, UI. Where exactly? Saved? First game in UE5. No items, master search. Great. Source. Zip. First game in UE. So there is no. So there's no. So it doesn't exist. You're telling me this whole folder does not exist. This zip file does not exist, so I cannot follow along with this tutorial. Is that what you're telling me? Seems weird though. Yeah, that's the props. I mean, I suppose I could just grab the whole thing and import it. I don't need the zip file. Let me check in the content drawer. So, Stackobot, characters, environment, props. Supposed to be a crate somewhere. Yeah, that's the crate. But it's different. It's not the same one that the guy was using there. And it's supposed to be called SM Crate FBX. Is in props. Let me just Google this. Think about it, purchase separately as a zip, and you also have it on the market. On Fab. Yeah, so you think so? I don't know. I was clicking around. Like there's here, zip file in the Stackobot project, which is this one. And it's the same one that I downloaded, I'm pretty sure. So if I go over here in the library, in Fab, most probably you're doing this with multiple examples. Oh, it could be. Could also be the tutorial is old, you know, and they just didn't update it properly, which is something I would harshly, maybe fully expect from Epic. But Stackobot. Let's see, so I've got this one, which seems to be the same. January 2022 published, and last update was in August 2025. So they definitely updated it. Yeah, that's the same project. August 12, 2025, January 11, 2022. So it's the same thing that it was linking there in the project here, but there is no zip file to download from here. It says the source files used in this tutorial are in a zip file in the Stackabot project. So in first game, and now you will find character animation and all of that stuff. So these are the things that I need for the tutorial. But when you already create a known project for Marketplace one, then this won't get updated automatically. Zip is in the content folder. It is 283 megabyte big. Stackable project is around 1 gigabyte. Yeah, so there's supposed to be a zip in the content folder inside the Stackable project. Marketplace one. This won't get updated automatically. Zip in the content folder. Okay. Yeah. Well, then yeah, I was going. Let me see if I go into my little file explorer. And I go into, I think it's in here with Unreal Engine or Epic somewhere. Maybe it's actually here. Yeah, Unreal Engine 5.6. Your engine, content. Wait, where do these projects live? Find out. Okay, documents, right. So if we go into documents, Unreal Engine, Unreal projects, there we go, Stackabot, content. Ah, I found it. Here we go. It didn't show up anywhere. Well, that's all right. My fault then, completely. Could have checked it with the file explorer. Okay, that's fine. Let's see. Where do I put that? Where the hell do I put that? I've got like a game dev folder somewhere. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh no, I have to create the Unreal Engine folder. Let's create the Unreal Engine folder. Paste this one in here, and then we extract all. Oops. What happened? I don't need the Stackabot project then. Yeah, I think that's fine. Do that there. Okay. There we go. Okay, so now we can just import everything in here. So we are in the Valley. We do import. No, okay. Not in downloads. Game dev, Real Engine. Here. Can we do that? Oh no, okay. Do I have to do it like for all of them singularly? No, maybe I can just drag the folder. I think I can probably drag the folder. Oh, there we go. Here we are. Import. Yay! Character, environment, landscape, and props. We got props. There we go. Here we are. So we got everything here. Okay. Right. So let's play around with the crate and then we'll call it a day. Let's see. So props, we've got the no, it's not in props. It was in where? Oh, still trying to import. What's your problem? Okay, let's cancel the import and let's do it again. Oops. Let's see if we go back over there. Inside game dev, Real Engine, game, props. Ah, here we are. So it imported the textures, but not the meshes. For some reason. Member is currently underway. Please cancel it to proceed. I am trying. Yeah, no, it got stuck somewhere. Let me just do very simple task manager. Unreal. hate to do that, but what can I do? No, and task. Okay. Great. My first force quit. My first Unreal Engine force quit. Whoa. I don't know what happened there. It got stuck in the import process. Try again. Okay. First game. One. Here we are. So we put it here to like half. New plugins are available. Well, thank you. I will probably do it later, maybe. Content map. Oh, okay. So the whole import process did not complete. I have a feeling. Probably best to import things one by one. So let's do character. Translating source file. Yeah, I don't have to do anything here. Importing. Okay. One. Okay. Done. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. There were issues with the import. Yeah. What's the issue? No smoothing group information was found. Okay. Right. Fine, then I don't mind that. Then we go into here, we do environment. We import that one too. Import. Give it some time to do the import. It was getting stuck on the environment here. All the grass and rock, though, you know, I mean, it's supposed to. Wait. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. That's fine. I'll find another way to follow along, but seems weird that this doesn't import. Even considering it's, you know, Epic's own tutorial stuff. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. Yeah, get stuck on something here. Don't know what that is, but then it doesn't even cancel the import process. We do it again. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm gonna skip the environment. I'll try and import one last time other stuff, but then yeah, then we'll give up. First game. I don't think it even saved this time, so I'm gonna have to re-import the character folder. A shame though. I would like to play around with this. I don't think a valley. Yeah, the valley is. So if we go there, yeah, okay, yeah, it didn't import the character folder. Okay, try again. Resource name for asset. I mean, there might be something that I have to do in here, but I don't know exactly what it is. Filter stocks presets, pipeline defaults. Using settings, receiving files. Yeah, let's just 4, 3. Okay, 2, 1, 0. Okay, all the import has been done. Back in here, everything is fine and it works just as it should. For issues with the import, again, it does say that. Can we try and import the props inside the props folder? Try to import, well, let's import all of the textures first. Yeah, normal map, normal map, normal map. Fine. That, stuck in the layout. I don't have to click that every time. We're inside props, so we're gonna try and import the crates. See? Game props on metal. No. No. No, why would I want to do that? I don't. Okay. Okay, it's imported everything here now. Maybe it's just the folder structure that it struggles with. Let's go into landscape now. Create a new one called landscape. Landscape. Go in, grab these two, and we put them there. Import done. Great. Save all. Okay, so this way we have everything. Then we go back again. We go into environment, which seems to be the one causing a lot of issues. So environment. And we have a new folder called grass. A new folder called rocks. Or rock. I don't know, to be honest. Grass. We're there. Okay, that worked singularly. If we go into the rocks. Or rock. That's it. One of these, the rocks are creating issues. One of these is being a problem. I don't know what it might be. Might be this. But yeah, we found the culprit. Okay. Let's save all to disk. If we can. So we'll probably hang because there's an import in progress. Oh, damn it. I love it. Just the best thing. Right. Try again. But we found that it's the rocks. The rocks are being annoying for some reason. Okay. Well, we got let's wait. Landscape, okay. We got the character, we got the environment, grass. We didn't save grass. We can get the grass in here because that one was fine. We can save all to disk. Then let me just check that we've got everything in landscape. Yeah, we've got it. Maps, we've got valley here. We've got everything. We've got the crate as well, which is good. In character, we've got everything, I believe, as well. Yeah, the bot, the animation, idle and such, and face and whatever. I've got everything. So it's just an environment under rock. And because I am an annoying human being, now I want to know exactly what is causing it. So I'm going to try and import everything. Great, found the first try. It's the rock flat. Rock flat 3D object seems to be corrupted somehow or has some sort of problem. Okay. Then I guess we try again. I wonder what's happening with that rock, but clearly it's not compatible with 5.6.1 most likely. All right. Not like I expect Epic to have functioning tutorials. Yeah. I mean, it's an old tutorial. It's like 2 years old. Somewhat understandable. Still not ideal, but somewhat understandable. Yeah, so this one is fine. It was imported just fine. The tileable rock also, the tileable texture also was imported just fine. So yeah, it's literally this one, rock flatted 01.fbx, 140 megabyte file. I think it's a static mesh. It just doesn't work. I'm going to just use boulders instead of the flat rocks, so that's all right. But yeah, let's see if I got exactly what the guy was doing there. So we're going into the props, right? Going to the crate. I'm gonna open the crate. I'm gonna dock it there, and we got these materials here. So what we want to do is, we may have to go back into here just very quickly and check what he did.
We'll now hit apply and go to the
Very quickly
by importing textures.
Yes, we
So we can import 2 textures here: grayscale grunge texture and a normal. So once this is imported, we will find it in the content drawer and can drag in the normal and connect that to the output pin. So when we zoom in a bit, we see these nice little bumps here on this material, which we can also witness on the crate if we want. So let's go back and do one last touch until this plastic is done.
Oh yeah, this is all full screen.
Let's bring in the grunge texture, and instead of using a fixed value, we use this for the rough.
Okay.
This is importing the material is looking from different. Let's open the material editor. On the upper left is a preview. Below are details. Most space takes a material graph where we find this big output node where we can connect nodes to. For example, this one is color we can change.
Oh wow, what did I do here?
When we hit apply, we can see the result on our mesh. We can zoom in a bit to see how the material is looking from different angles. Let's go back and improve this a bit. When holding 1 and doing a left click, you can create a node with 1 value. We can connect this to roughness of the material and the preview is immediately updated. Hit apply again to see how this glossiness looks on the crate. Let's make it more interesting by importing textures. So we can import 2 textures here: grayscale grunge texture and a normal. So once this is imported, we will find it in the content drawer and can drag in the normal and connect that to the output pin. So when we zoom in a bit, we see these nice little bumps here on this material, which we can also witness on the crate if we want.
Okay.
So let's go back and do one last touch until this plastic is done. Let's bring in the grunge texture, and instead of using a fixed value, we use this for the roughness, which gives us this look that it's a little bit touched, which is quite nice. So here we go. This is our plastic material. So let's go to the next one.
So wait, what did he do exactly?
Gives us this look that...
Oh yeah, the normal map is this. Yeah. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit... Yeah, exactly. Okay.
It's a little bit touched, which is quite nice.
Okay,
so
and where's
here
the
we
color?
go. This is our plastic material. So let's go to the next one. So next up is metal. Let's open up this material, and the first thing we want to do is changing the color.
And they did like with RGB, so do we want to do like pink like that? Does it try to do? No, that's not exactly what yeah, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Base color goes into here. Doesn't have a like a base color parameter. Color ramp goes
color a little bit. So let's double click here and make that a little bit lighter. Next, we hold 1 again and left click to create a scalar and put that into metallic.
Well, okay. I mean, I think we got pretty far tonight. We did quite a lot of things, and I learned quite a lot about Unreal Engine. I'm starting to explore this blueprint system and the nodes and how they all work. I think it's incredibly fascinating. Next time I jump on Unreal Engine, I'm going to try and play around with this video, like get it completed. Well, yeah, I suppose, I think it's possible. The guy goes very fast, but I think we can do it. It's a 1.23 hour video. Might last us about 3 hours and something, so we'll see. But yeah. So I think we can call it a night. Thank you guys so much for saying hi, for being here, and for just being a lovely chat in general. It's been lots of new faces tonight. It's been lovely having you here. I obviously also stream other days of the week. I stream on well, they're not super regular, but usually I stream like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. This week I'm going to stream today and Thursday and Saturday, and I'm going to do Lies of P Thursday and Saturday, but then next week we might be back with some more Unreal Engine. Thank you for the company, Nat. It's been lovely having you in chat, and I hope I see you again, because yeah, it was really, really lovely having you in there to keep me company there. But yeah, so I'll see you guys again on Thursday, and I don't know, maybe I'll play around with Unreal Engine in my own time during the week, and then next week we'll see where we get to, but it was cool. So yeah, see you next time. Yes, see you next time, Nat. Lovely to have you on both platforms. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy everything that's coming up, because I've got some really, really exciting stuff cooking in the pot. So yeah, we'll have a very interesting video up soon that you might particularly be interested in, given your icon on Twitch. So we'll see. But yeah, have a lovely night, or whatever you said you're Brazilian, so you probably live there. It might be like early afternoon for you. So have a lovely rest of the day, have a lovely evening wherever you are, lovely rest of the day wherever you are, and I will speak to you in the next stream. Bye bye, guys. Thank you so much again. And yeah, see you next time.